want to start?
Why would I do that?
Okay, we'll let John start.
Okay, we'll let John start. Okay.
If you freeze a penis in the freezer,
Oh no, you gotta
it
say that
sounds
again.
like dick sisal.
Bye everyone. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you later. Bye. Oh no, it's terrible. Scruff face, Jev. Oh, sweet
Why am I
Jesus.
scruff-faced Jev doll?
Sorry. Don't let me do that again. Oof.
What?
I'm in his camera.
Did you crop in?
You got scruff.
Well, I know, but doll?
I don't know.
D-A-H-O?
yeah.
Like doll soup?
Hey, it's like it's business Barbie.
Hey-o,
It's
hup.
business Scott.
Oh, whoop. Yes, I got dressed up for this stream because I know that John threw down the gauntlet last week. Episode 69, day 69, Dream Daddy. I said to myself, who is that Dream Daddy? Well, it might not be me, but I sure as hell am coming prepared.
Then why isn't the top button of your shirt buttoned?
Because Daddy likes to party.
All right, good night, folks.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Oh, good Lord. Yes, that's right, Aragwen. It is. So I got a blue
Secrets
tie for a
revealed.
little mini self-tape that we did earlier. I just grabbed the blue one from my closet, and turns out I also have a blue one, but I also have this TARDIS tie that I totally forgot about. Oh, man. Oh, God, it's permanent. Oh,
Because
well.
Daddy likes to party.
Sorry, guys.
Dream Daddy.
I could groove on that title screen for hours.
Yes.
Minutes, anyway, but yeah, for sure. Oh, no.
All right, we quoted a clip. Words, no good.
Is that the, like,
Daddy.
are we live?
Pukajutsu,
It could have
would,
been right in the gooch.
would Scott qualify as a zaddy? No. I don't think either of us are old enough to be zaddies.
Or have enough children. Children greater than
Is it really
zero.
actually important to have children to be a zaddy?
Weigh in
Isn't
with your
zaddy-
thoughts on the definition of the word dad.
Isn't zaddy just like a state of mind?
No idea.
I like it, guys. I like
actually
it.
know what a zaddy is. So.
Daddy and friends.
Zaddy?
Yeah.
Zaddy is like hot daddy.
Oh.
Like Jeff Goldblum.
Okay. Sure.
Hey, can somebody go on Urban Dictionary and just look up here? You know what, let's just do that.
Oh boy. All right, here we
Well, we
go.
gotta vamp for a little bit because I don't
Adventure,
think people are
folks.
necessarily gonna know.
Adventure. Zaddy.
So the top term on Urban Dictionary for zaddy is the slang term for a really handsome guy who is very appealing and looks really fashionable. He has to have swag and sex appeal and look sexy and attractive.
Oh,
Wow.
nothing to do with like age in that description, hey? It's interesting. Damn, Stalin is a zaddy. Stalin?
What?
What the
A
shit?
handsome gentleman with a certain flair and swag, typically an older aged. Okay.
Gentleman,
Hi,
unclear
Angelic.
antecedent. Oh, hi. Hello. Hello, everyone.
Angel Wick?
Yeah.
There he is. Oh,
Woo.
Angel Wick.
Well, here we are. We're back in the Beanduck space, and couldn't be happier here. I love it. We can just kind of all be chilling, working together, having a party. You know?
Shield ourselves from the elements.
Oh yeah. So,
Motherfucking
oh, you guys probably,
snowstorm.
yeah, you probably talked about it on the book
Oh,
club.
we
eh?
did. We
Okay.
ranted about that for a bit.
And the stained glass is back. It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
We built-
We built stained glass.
Yeah, I contracted someone to come in and recreate the look from before.
You know
Who needs
someone who can
amenities?
do that.
I do actually.
Built stained glass.
You'd be like, I threw out all my tools, or
Why
I
would you do
gave away
that?
all of them.
Okay.
Well, they're downsizing, you know.
You know.
Hey, hop.
Dream Daddy.
How's your week been, John? Since
Busy.
we haven't
I don't
seen
want
each
to be
other at all.
unintentionally brand
Busy and tiring.
advertising. There we go.
And it's only gonna get worse.
Hey.
I mean, Sundays aren't really like a day off.
I guess, eh?
And my Mondays are,
Insane.
Busy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Pook.
Now, Pukajutsu, are you quoting Owl City? Because I'd play that right now, except I can't, because then we just get struck.
Not the struck.
Oh.
I'll break my struck.
Beanstalk.
Clownfish Puka need anemones. Thanks, Midget Snowman. You're absolutely
works
right.
for me. It's very true.
Yeah, Book.
That
Chocolate
album is
hot
the
chocolate.
only thing.
Angel Wick, I don't know why, but I like it. Oh yeah, okay.
Garfield hates Mondays, except for the fact that Garfield doesn't work. So,
Yeah, that also
It's
never makes
because
sense
he
to me.
loves John and he's sad because.
But John
Monday
works from
John goes
home.
away.
Does he? I didn't
he's
know
a
that.
cartoonist.
Fuck, that's
Sometimes he goes out. Maybe Mondays is when John
He has
goes out.
meetings.
good. With the other
He has to
cartoonists
socialize.
at a cafe down the road.
I mean, let's be fair.
Hey.
John, when he goes out, wants to see Liz.
Yes.
Truth.
Although I think that like, isn't their relationship canon now? Like, didn't they get married or something?
Probably.
Don't
Who's up
remember.
on their Garfield lore? Anyone?
I mean, I
Anyone?
haven't read Garfield in like forever.
Look, lasagna is delicious, and being born on June 19th is the coolest. So obvi Garfield gets a pass.
I miss
I didn't know
Lorenzo
you-
music.
I didn't know you shared so much with Garfield.
I only read Garfield without Garfield.
That's like a incredibly fabulous
I
comic as well. It's like
love that.
yeah, it's so good.
Brilliant.
Is it
Postmodern
Garfield
and
without
wonderful.
Garfield or Garfield minus Garfield?
I don't know.
No,
I don't
it's
Either
without,
way,
but
there's no Garfield.
either way, that's the idea,
Yeah.
and it's great.
John's just fucking crazy. Whichever.
Anyway, okay.
There is actually a storyline in old Garfield which implies that it's all taking place, like that Garfield is actually in some kind of hell vortex.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't like,
Like
that.
that he's alone and that everything is
Oh.
a hallucination.
God.
Oh, that everything Garfield
Yeah.
sees as a hallucination.
I just remember there being a cartoon show on when I was a kid, and it was entertaining.
Yeah, Lorenzo Music.
It also
The original
had
and best voice of
horse
Garfield.
and-
Eric, when you're right, that is the
And
proper
friends.
title.
I want you to read that out loud.
I think it's
Garfield?
Garfield, except instead of having Garfield in it, then it's without Garfield, so it's only John Garfield.
Well, it's
Noise.
lost all meaning for me. Oh.
Nice,
Gayo gets guaisioj.
for short.
Swag.
Swag.
got some swag.
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 Swag. Swag. Swag. Swag.
Swag. Swag. Swag. Swag. Swag. Swag.
Swag.
We did. He had a self-tape to do, playing
a dream
car
daddy.
salesman and a dream daddy. So,
A dreamy car salesman.
So
daddy.
apparently.
I think so. No, it's not.
Oh, Liz.
Wow.
This whole time.
I just love how long I managed to go before
we
anyone
all
noticed.
asked you.
It was, and then I got
It
up to get more
was,
tea.
yeah.
That's true, sorry, yeah,
it
that's
was
true.
on, I swear. And then I turned it off, and then I turned it back on again.
No caffeine in the mugs.
Some actually in this one. I know, I'm the worst.
Thanks,
But
Crosshair.
yes,
You guys
vote for
aren't
me
caffeine-free,
for
you're
best daddy 2020.
So I'm sure my
I
reading of that
promise.
long title sounded great.
Yeah, it's true, eh? That's really funny. Yeah, we all like just like looking at you, and there's just dead silence.
You know who always sounds great? Despite the fact that we often don't hear them at all? Well, that would be She Who Knows 10,000 Things and Entropy's Disciple,
Oh no.
who are both here,
Sorry, guys.
ready and able,
Ready and able.
ready to perhaps gift. I should just make it now that like for the drink counter, if you don't get it, I take XP away. Because that makes players feel good.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Well,
like pulling
you take
back
it
on
away
their
from our
progress.
like we would have gotten 3, but instead we get 2. Not we get no XP and lose 1. You get a total of -1 today.
That would be so bad.
Yeah.
I mean, back in the day in D&D, if you died and were resurrected, you'd like just straight up lose levels
level
of
or
experience.
something,
And
yeah.
like there were some monsters that if they touched you, you would lose a level of experience.
Yeah.
I remember that actually. It's not a, like mechanically, it's not a bad. I mean, it's a shitty system because it feels bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Then therefore,
But-
mechanically, it's pretty bad.
Oh dear, Iravana.
OSAB, you should tweet
Sorry,
it.
sorry.
That's the best way to throw clips out into the ether. The ether. Ether.
Ether.
Ether.
Pay a point of permanent glamour. Well, that will disadvantage Liz, who is, you know, her glamour to buy that back would be much more expensive.
Yeah, I need my glamour, or I'm useless.
Well, we always knew that.
You could talk good.
I talk good.
Speaking of spending experience, did they spend in their experience? Oh, Scott.
I'm wearing a suit. Jacket.
I'm wearing a suit. This forgives all things.
Aragwen, weigh in.
I mean, I think it does. He's also wearing a TARDIS tie, so.
Yes.
It's true.
Elizabeth?
I have now Kenning 4 with a specialty in cantrips.
Ooh.
I now have 3 dots in stamina.
She's become heartier. Harder to kill, perhaps. Oh, I see where we're going with that. Never mind. Just
And you bought nothing.
that's correct, sir. You're right, sir.
You bought nothing.
That's good.
Stamina 4.
Specialty, the Duke.
The Duke or the Duke?
I would have also accepted
Duke.
the Jukes as a
Yes.
dexterity specialty.
I kind of want to get a Mountain Dew commercial right now, except then change the title to from Do
Mountain
the Dew to
Duke?
Do the Duke.
Oh shit! That'd be great.
And just see like Patches wandering out one of these huts, just slamming a green bottle down. And you gotta get those
But he's
electrolytes.
not Gwydion. He wouldn't be wearing green. So it'd have to be code red.
Nice.
Mountain Duke code red.
Mountain Duke Cold Red. Code Red.
Well, you know. That didn't work as well as I wanted it to.
When they
Get my toys back and they
rest
don't
work.
work.
Mount the Duke.
Next level.
Yes.
Well, I don't think we really need a session today. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Like, honestly,
I think
this
we're
is
good.
perfect. This is
This one's
perfect.
for you, Pugajutsu.
Play of the game.
the worst. The worst.
So terrible.
Like how long it stays on at the end.
That's me when I play Luciana.
Only if you play as the hockey player, though.
Feel the beat. One. Then you go off the edge.
Those
Perfection.
times. You mean every 5 minutes?
Mountain Duke game fuel.
Oh,
It's true, because when you read it like that, it just sounds like you're Mountain Duke. Like,
I mean, I do also like Mountain Duke Baja Blast.
Ugh.
Refreshing,
Fiona.
but with an odd aftertaste.
I wouldn't worry about that. It's just
we
the
already
glamour.
had a beach episode. Time for another.
Ah, beach episode 2. Too beach, too furious.
I'm starting to feel pervy just listening. Well, hold on to that feeling because it might last for a little bit.
chase that feeling for the next 2.5 hours.
You want to let us know what happened last session?
You bet. We returned to the spark from the deep dreaming, and it was awesome. We all reunited with our various loved ones and/or, people that we think things about. So, just briefly, I'll start. Brahm reunited with Kyoko. Brahm got his ankle snapped back into place by Dr. Saley, and called his ex-wife Claire, who is engaged to be married.
And what's the guy's name?
Giorgio!
Yeah.
Which I'm going to pronounce very American and/or Canadian. It's going to be great. So that was surprising. I think that's it for me.
Patches made some phone calls
Yeah, I did.
and ended up inviting Cog to Beltaine, which maybe wasn't the wisest choice. We shall see. Cog did end up bringing a friend, though, so at least he's not the only underage person there.
Great, at least there's 2.
Yeah.
Wait. Wait. That's not.
Sophia and Incisor had a very amicable parting of ways, and that's
it was
all that
amicable.
was parted.
Or is it the parting of ways that you take issue with, John?
I'm not sure it was. I mean, amicable, I guess you could describe it as amicable. I mean, like, nobody got hurt.
Well, they both seemed to be fairly pleasant and understand that it was for the best, which to me is amicable.
For the best, yes. For Incisor, it was not pleasant.
And then now
I
it's
meant pleasant, like, intimate. Anyway.
Right. Now it's Beltaine, and people are arriving for the party. And I think Patches Patches rebuked Porrig and took the Duke into one of the huts. Yurts. Can I call it a yurt?
Call it a yurt.
Fine.
let's go for
Enjoy
Duke.
your rhyming. That's not exactly what happened.
And I think we left off with Sophia.
Talking to Kaylee,
Yeah.
who is now with Pup.
I am with Pup.
But she's not with Pup. She's with Pups.
Pups.
Whoa.
She's in Pup.
Right.
Which means,
She was in Heat, and now she's in Pup.
yes.
Duh.
What?
And that's what happened last time, buddy.
What?
She got some pups in the oven. Nope, oh boy, no. Terrible.
Yes, the puppening is forthcoming. Thank you.
Are there any questions before we begin?
No.
Oh, god damn it.
Just a little bit longer.
So we do have a bet today. It's very similar to a previous bet. But we call this bet PC Bone Mark II.
Excellent work.
Will there be more PC boning? Will more Sex P be handed out this session? And who will it be second? No, first. This session.
Yes, I see. Well, hand me my sword. It's odd, I don't have any opposable thumbs. Just strange little paws here.
First little Zeron Babby will come out. Who says it's Zeron?
Well, anyway.
Yeah,
That's what we're gonna find out.
When we did our thing in the dreaming, she did her thing.
Oh my god, dreaming babbies. Dream
But she was with-
babby.
But she was with Ember.
So?
So,
I guess they're technically related.
They're not.
Mother, father, I leave on a quest of great
Essences don't
importance.
necessarily denote that kind of thing.
I love it. I love it.
If it isn't Zeron, I'm protesting.
Or protesting.
Oh, jeez, 400 hours. Oof, Crosshair, I'm exhausted.
400 hours.
Which one
And only
was which?
50 of
Which
them
number
were-
was which?
For
For the bet?
Ooh.
0 is no one, 1 is Sophia, 2 is Patches, and 3 is Brom. You want to see what it looks like?
Everyone's betting on Patches.
Yeah, it's either Patches or no one.
I'm very angry at the
Alright,
chat
folks.
right now for this.
I understand
I
that
love
Patches
it.
is good. Yeah,
Patches
yeah.
boinks a lot.
I do
Boinks
have
a
no
lot.
sex space.
It's a
so.
safe bet. I would also put
Madam
my money
Boinks a
on
lot.
Patches.
Come in, have a sit down, will you? Madam Boinks a lot will be right along. That's not you. I'm so sorry. Okay, she's not happy. I'm sorry.
Pushes up spectacles. I'm so happy.
Hey.
Cheers.
It's true.
What'll it be this
The data doesn't lie.
fancy a little go round?
A little
Oh,
tickle
madam.
me hearty.
How about a hot toddy? Ugh. No, that's just a regular drink.
Little giving it riz.
I could never get behind that. We did, it's true. We did.
Statistically speaking, Patches is the most likely to get freaky. I'm not sure that's true.
We do the
In
weird
session,
stuff.
maybe.
I got
you-
the most sex space, so.
Number of times overall?
Yeah.
I mean,
But you only gain sex P if you have sex in a session.
Sure.
You don't get sex P by being like, well, after the session,
I'm in a committed relationship,
bed,
I totally make it with a real person. Yeah, that's it.
No, look, she lives in Canada. I don't.
Met her at summer camp. Gosh.
Not summer camp, but summer job.
I did speak about strip poker. What about strip chess?
What about it?
What about strip Magic the Gathering?
Oh, shit.
The point is that we play games, and we try to integrate games into a lot of different areas of our lives, including those areas of our lives that might be a little more private, a little more personal, a little more randy. And sometimes I feel like I missed out on a lot of this growing up. Never one for playing 7 Minutes in Heaven. Truth or Dare always ended up being a disappointment along those lines because usually everybody chickened out because of who I was hanging out with. But, you know, maybe that's actually a good thing. Maybe it means that I had to do my awakening along those lines in a more controlled environment as opposed to one that is more freewheeling. Not unlike the environment that you find yourselves in now. Not you, the players. You, your characters. What you do as players is outside of my ken and outside of my influence. But what you do as characters, well, because I will never achieve the milestone of all PCs engage in a single orgy at once.
Never say never. Yeah, I think there's two of us at least on the same page here. Never say never.
Oh dear.
That's
If that
Lynn's
happens,
face, too.
if that happens, I'm getting up. I'm just walking away, and then the rest of the session is going to play without me. That's what's happening.
Somebody hold them to that
Aragorn.
fucking contract.
Aragorn, now I desperately want to play Strip Monopoly.
That pay your sounds rent. Awful.
Guess
Like-
you have to get more naked for me.
But if we play Strip Monopoly,
God.
it has to be at like a table with a single ball with a green shade over it.
Gross.
No bueno.
Someone couldn't afford rent, they played with clothes.
Oh my God.
Please, sir, my baby is hungry.
Give me your left sock.
Give me a pen.
What happens in Strip Magic the Gathering if somebody plays the Scheherazade card? So Midget Snowman, at that point, you have to create a new game. So you run off and you get some additional clothing and you put them on over top.
Is that the... No, it's not the unglued card that you have to play another game under the
Well,
table.
that card is based on Scheherazade,
Okay.
which was an old card which was like banned forever because it was
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, funnily enough, I always wanted to play a no holds barred Monopoly game where it was like a LARP. Everybody had to show up as dressed as their characters, and that the banker wouldn't be a player. The banker would be their own, but anything would be allowed. So you could make deals like, well, you know, dinner's coming out, and I'll give up my portion of mashed potatoes if you don't make me pay rent here. Or if you stole from the bank, that would be allowed. You were allowed to cheat, but if the banker caught you, you'd have to go to jail. But because you're a billionaire, you only have to go to jail for like 20 minutes.
Too real?
Accurate.
That'd be good.
But games are a way for us to explore these things in ways where the stakes are high but not quite as high, and where the consequences are high but perhaps a bit more easily managed. But the awkwardness, oh, it stays the same. Would the three of you remind us where you are currently?
Sophia's talking with Kaylee in the garden.
I don't remember where I left off. Was
I think
it?
you were like pulling the Duke by his tie.
Okay,
into a
cool. Great.
yurt.
That's
No,
it.
you'd already
No.
pulled the
Yeah,
Duke
I, thought
into
I'd
the
I
yurt.
did that like partway into the session.
You're
which is
pulling
why-
yourself out of the yurt with his tie. I don't know.
You're wearing his tie.
Yeah.
Wait.
And only his tie.
Oh, I and Brom was greeting guests and then abandoned his post to go and find Zister and couldn't find him. So I assume I'm
right.
still kind of like poking around the dungeon. Wait.
You're gonna walk in on something, and you are going to.
Oh, I see.
You want to see how far these swirls go down?
Is it all the way?
Swirls all the way down.
Yeah, it swirls all the way down.
Swirls All the Way Down is my Amanda Palmer cover band. Alternately, my Nine Inch Nails cover band.
There you go. That's a good one.
So, at this point, the dinner is starting to be served. The sun is still very much hanging in its sunset because, I mean, this is May and it's not a horrible hellscape like it is right now.
Yay!
Dinner is a lot of, fresh vegetables and freshly cooked meats. There's a lot of, your stereotypical Easter-esque kind of food. But for those of you who are in the garden, following things are clear. The first is that the disco floor, the grass disco floor, has gone out for dinner. Second is that of the people who are present, roll me your perception alertness.
Perception what?
Alertness.
Alertness, thank you.
Insightful?
No.
Because I assume by now we would be
Can I-
arranging for dinner.
Can I roll my wits investigation? No, I'm kidding.
Well, you're not in the garden.
No, I know. It'd be for something else.
Cog and Karen are not in the garden. And none of the huts are currently occupied, I should point out.
Oh.
There's no. Remember how there's like
Yeah,
a
the
little occupied light?
Oh, yeah. Occupado.
Brom.
Yes. Yes. Terrible. I'm coming up empty, eh? And I don't have access to that.
You don't have
actual
access to the workshop.
If I can find a scrap of paper, I'll just scrawl a note, and leave it down there, somewhere where he'll see it.
Did you know today's Beltaine, Brom?
Hope to see you at the party.
I'd like to hear that in Brom's voice, please.
Hope to see you at the party.
Did you write the letter U?
No, I wrote Y-O-U, and then just signed B. Hey.
Do you draw a little picture of yourself? Like with horns?
Draw an arrow, little troll with horns. They look like little penises. Yeah,
Aw.
exactly. Oh, that must be Brom. I guess I'm gonna go and head back out to the garden.
Now I want you to roll me your perception alertness.
Yeah, buddy. Thank you. Hidden weapons?
No.
Damn it! Oh, you should have just said yes, and then I would have been like, oh god, I would have been freaking out. One success.
So as you're heading back towards the garden, as you're passing by the bar, you notice that lemon container, it's gone.
Son of a bitch. I mean, it could be someone's wallet. It's probably not so bad.
And the door to the kitchen is swinging.
Swinging. Claude? Nothing?
No. No, he's outside. He's with you. He's serving dinner.
I'll kind of tiptoe over and just kind of try to poke my head in.
Into
I'm
the
not trying to
kitchen?
be curious. I'm not trying to be nosy. I'm just...
Cog is pointing out something in the refrigerator to Karen, who's looking half impressed. Cog seems very excited about what he's pointing out.
As a father of boys, a daddy, if you will, I know, right? I know how important it is to not be embarrassed by an older figure when you're trying to impress a young woman.
How it builds character.
So I walk in to speak to them. Hello, Cog.
Cog jumps,
Oh.
bashing his head against the roof of the refrigerator. Karen steps back, and she just seems pretty blasé about it.
Yeah.
And Cog whirls around to see you. His eyes are wide, his spindly fingers clutching the refrigerator door.
Is everything all right?
Yeah,
Are you sure? You seem very distressed.
you just surprised me, that's all.
I can be surprising.
Yeah, you can.
I just wanted to remind you, Cog, as I'm sure you know, Claude very much does not like people in his kitchen.
I was showing Karen the modifications that I made to the thermostat in this refrigerator.
Modifications.
Yeah,
Thermostat.
yeah.
Refrigerator.
Karen just was like, that's what he said.
Right. Cog, I'm going to ask you this, and I'm going to try to be as calm as possible.
Yeah,
Did you tinker with Claude's fridge?
yeah. Zister said I could.
He did he?
Yeah.
I like that.
I installed an Arduino board so that you could modify it using your phone.
Can you show me?
And he looks at Karen, and Karen is just like, yeah, I guess it's pretty cool.
I mean, I'd like to see it.
So as you walk up, you open the fridge, and yeah, it looks great. I mean, it's got a little Wi-Fi antenna in there so that he
cute.
shows on his phone how he can modify it, and he can even say what's in the fridge, and it'll automatically adjust what the temperature is supposed to be.
Wow.
Unfortunately, the device is large enough that it takes up half a shelf.
No comment. That's very, very cool, Cog. I didn't want to surprise you or startle you or scare you again, so I hope that we'll see you both outside in the garden at some point. Loom, I don't think I've ever said that in my life. So, I hope we see you back outside in the garden.
Yeah. I just wanted to show the thing I made.
Of course. That's all.
Karen, roll me your perception and empathy.
Sure thing. 3?
She looks pretty bored
Oh, man.
with the idea of going back out.
Oh. We can't go to the workshop. Have I seen Kyoko lately?
Yeah, she's outside. Remember, she's dressed up in the red dress that Nicole Kidman wore in Moulin Rouge?
That's right. I don't think oh yeah, I did. She would have walked by me.
Yeah, she's just been, like, playing the host. Oh, shit, that's wrong.
God damn it.
It's too many things. There.
So, Cog, Karen,
Yeah.
do you like video games?
Yeah, I guess. But Karen's eyes are like,
I just kind of motion with my head. Oh, God, no, this is creepy. I don't know how to. I'm trying to. Can I?
there are video games here?
Yes.
Where?
They're just down this way.
Are you sure you don't want to go back to the party? Huh? Yes, at some point. And she starts following you.
Okay.
And Cog starts to walk after you.
So, Karen, you're from Cross's Shadow?
Yeah. Mostly in the west part of the island.
That's right. And how do you know our good friend Cog here?
I met him at a wrestling meet.
What?
A wrestling meet?
You know, I was a wrestler once.
Like professionally?
Well, no. I mean, I got paid to look scary. Honestly, it was more entertainment than it was anything else.
Like World Wrestling Entertainment?
Yes, but not at that level, of course.
Are you lying to me?
No.
You were Who were you? I don't remember seeing you on TV.
Oh, no, not at that level, really. It was local. I was in the Kingdom of Apples. I used to be quite wild back in my day.
Were you?
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
so what are these video games?
Yeah, I'm going into Kyoko's room, for fuck's sake.
So Kyoko's office?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's Kyoko's office. You see that there's screens laid up there.
She had consoles as well.
Yeah.
I don't know what's like hooked up right
They're
now.
like plugged into an HDMI switcher.
Baller.
Low latency. She knows what she's doing.
First things
More
first.
than we do.
I want to make sure that she probably doesn't have locks on anything, but I want to make sure that games are like hidden out of sight as much as possible. I don't know where she keeps things in this office, frankly.
Oh, like everywhere. She's not very organized. Not in her office. no.
Okay. Well,
Bedroom, very organized. Office, not organized.
she's gonna be really mad when some of her games get taken. Well, what are you gonna do? I guess I'll check people's pockets before they go.
Oh, hey, you've... And she ruffles through the desk and she pulls up a gray square cartridge.
What did you find?
I used to play this game a lot when I was a kid. And she walks over and she opens up an NES and shoves it in, pops on, one of the screens lights up, and it's you see palm trees on a black background.
Nice. I just thought you might want some options
Hey,
in terms of what you
thanks, Brom. That's cool. And Karen's just like, she's already pressed start. She's putting her name in.
Now, Cog, I know you know that these belong to the Lady Kyoko, but Karen, you may not have met her yet. She is wonderful, but don't go rifling through her things, will you?
I wouldn't.
No, of course not.
Don't
That's
worry.
a general warning.
I'll make sure that everything is back the way it was when we're done.
All right.
Okay. Bye, Brom. Enjoy the party.
I don't want to move. No, I'm leaving. That'd be
Okay.
so good if I was just like,
So you leave, and then as you walk your way down the hallway, you hear a gentle click as the door closes.
so sweet. I'm okay with this.
got a
They're not-
beanbag.
Nothing's happening in there. Come on. Whatever. Young love, man. I think Brom's a little nostalgic.
Sophia,
Yes.
Patches.
Wish I was still young.
Are you headed back to the party?
Yes.
Okay, so you see that Brom at a certain point just comes back in.
Oh, I kicked the door.
I'd be heading towards the food tables, I guess.
Yeah, me too. Kaylee, dinner time?
Yes.
Okay.
No, start heading over.
So, yeah, it's lovely dinner.
What kind of food?
She looks at, so she ignores the vegetables just like entirely, and looks at the meat and like, and Claude reaches under the table and he pulls up just this slab of ribeye steak
Nice.
and just puts it on the table, except like it is completely untouched by anything resembling heat. And Kaylee's eyes just kind of... and wordlessly, Claude just like pushes it across the table.
I'm gonna smile at Claude. Load up my own plate.
Now that you're kind of wandering around, I should point out that Pork is kind of giving you a little bit of distance. As if when he sees that you're approaching the table for food, he
Finds an excuse to walk away.
politely excuses himself from the table.
Well, I already have my.
There doesn't seem to be any animosity in it.
Nice. I'd like to seek out Kyoko and see if she's getting a plate of food or if she
So
already has.
Kyoko is not getting a plate of food. Kyoko instead is making sure that Ramsia has a plate of food, and then is turned around and is speaking animatedly to Pazabekeniud. But then sees you and stops and turns, and she flashes a shy little smile.
Oh, please don't let me interrupt.
Oh, no. We were just discussing how Kyoko here is a knight. You have those knights.
Yes.
Is that like a title that you get because you own land? Yes, it is. Landowners, all of us.
Right, I own this land and she owns that land. You know, I like make motion as to like a little patch of turf here and there. If you are of service to a noble, one who perhaps inherited their title, you can possibly earn a knighthood.
So it's not like one of those things where you can buy like a foot by foot square of Scottish land and legitimately call yourself a lord?
I don't think so.
Those are all scams anyway, I bet.
I would imagine so.
I mean, who wants to be a lord, right?
Well,
It was my dream to be a lord. It has always been my dream to be a lord. Ever since I got my knighthood, I knew I wanted more.
Lady Kyoko, I'm surprised you never told us this. We could have been advancing this dream of yours for many years.
I've had a new dream to advance. It turns out that the only thing that I needed to distract me from wanting to gain more and more power was my favorite video game of all time. I found it and found a way to attempt to speedrun through this game. I certainly hope that nothing ever happens to it.
What game is this, Lady Kyoko?
Qbert.
I don't think I've ever seen you play that one. I have. Okay, cool.
I play it in the blink of an eye. You'll miss it every time. Pazabekeniud is just like... Ow. Ow.
Ow, my head.
My brain.
Well, Lady Kyoko, I had something to speak with you about, but again, I don't mean to interrupt. Pazabekeniud, you are, of course, very welcome here, as you always are.
You're allowed to interrupt, please. I should get some food anyway. And he looks at Kaylee, and then there's that moment where he's just like, oh. And then he moves on towards the food.
I'm going to try to keep them in the corner of my eye if I can. I just want to see how he's interacting with her. I don't know anything.
So Kaylee has got her steak, and she's sitting down with Sophia, except that she's trying very hard to use a fork and knife properly to cut the steak. But the thing is that she's doing it as if she was cutting the food up for like a 5-year-old. So she's basically cutting it into this perfect grid of perfect like 2 centimeter squares.
Adorable.
That she's like then like taking it and like really has to push into it because this is like tough
Raw meat,
right?
yeah.
It's raw meat, and then just like delicately putting it into her mouth and making sure to chew with her mouth closed. Like she's making a real effort to be polite.
This is a formal party, isn't it?
Humans.
And I assume that Sophia is just eating
Yeah.
normal stuff.
Yeah. She's also eating a raw steak.
Need your protein.
But Pazabekeniud's looked over, and there's just this sort of like this look of understanding on his face, and then he goes and gets food.
Do you know what's going on with him?
He's looking out for his alpha.
There's no danger here.
I wouldn't necessarily call it danger. Not a danger, of course, that any of us have necessarily encountered at one point in our lives. Falling under the sway of somebody who sees the best in all of us.
Who is under whose sway? Oh, and then I look back and I'm like, oh yes, of course.
I've never seen her like that before.
And I know that Kaylee, at least I imagine that she loves to be able to run free with her pack. She has many battles to fight. It must be strange for her to be drawn back here.
I could ask her if you like.
What?
I have ways of finding out exactly what people are thinking. Here's one. Brom, how do you feel tonight?
Calm. At peace. A little nervous.
Why are you nervous?
I'm a little worried what you're going to say when I tell you that I let 2 teenagers play with your video games.
Oh, they're allowed to play with my video games, but that's not what they're doing right now.
Now, how would you know that?
Are you kidding me?
Look, it's nothing against the kid, but Cog didn't exactly seem to have...
Are you saying that he
Found
struck
his-
out?
I couldn't be sure.
Do you want me to help? Find out whether they're playing video games.
Oh! Ron starts to sweat profusely. No, I don't want you to help. I think we should let them be them. Cog was so excited to bring her here tonight.
I should point out that there's plenty of romance in the atmosphere tonight.
Indeed.
Of a different persuasion, of course. After all, we're not here to express our love and admiration for each other.
I thought that's exactly what we were here to do.
No, it's a Texas drought. Are you familiar with the discography of Prince?
Really only just Purple Rain. Oh, When Doves Cry. No, wait. Crying Bird. No, that's not right either. So no, I should say I'm not.
I tried.
I'm, still don't quite know how you ended up with this one. But perhaps you could teach me. I mean, if Prince is worth listening to.
May I offer you, perhaps, pine nuts, walnuts, cashews? Or perhaps some movie reviews? Never mind. We can play touch football later. And she turns around and she heads back to the table.
You go away for a few months, and all of a sudden, your sworn love doesn't make any damn sense. What the hell is going on? Patches,
Please tell me that that's actually what Patches is doing.
I'm really hoping.
I'm just, following Kyoko's references.
Oh, yeah.
No, Patches is they're probably staring at the pond for now because I assume that we aren't up against the edge of the garden. If the Duke is in tow, then
He can be if you want him to be, but he also is very happy to, schmooze.
she's contemplative at the moment.
Contemplating what? Life? Sorry, I didn't know. And Porik just sidles up and he's not looking at you, he's looking into the pond as well. There are seemingly like fireflies underneath the surface of the water swimming around.
There's always so much going on. I'm sure I missed a lot while I was away. Well, it was for a good cause. I feel like I'm gonna be away again and again.
Does that bother you?
I'm not sure. I like this place. It's a home.
You know that the way that you appreciate a home is by leaving it every once in a while. That's how you appreciate anything. Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Sorry about earlier.
Don't know what you mean. Whether there's anything to be sorry about.
I just don't want to.
No reason to be looking so melancholy on such a fine day. Even if it is Beltaine.
I was in the deep dreaming. Everything was different. Everything was more magical, more wonderful, more bizarre than ever imagined.
Feeling particularly heightened.
And now, while this is all beautiful, it also is colored by the banality of the city around us, the skyline that used to inspire me to create.
And it doesn't inspire you anymore.
Not today. But I suppose today isn't necessarily a day of creation.
Well, I would have thought that it would look more like a blank canvas. Head into the deep dreaming and everything's already painted in. There isn't any room to add your own color. But here, there are buildings out there that need a little bit of a different touch.
How have you been?
Mostly wondering about how this is going to affect my job. Oh, I'm not worried about being unemployed, but what she did was foolhardy and reckless. Just like the rest of us do every single day, but perhaps a bit more foolhardy, a bit more reckless. And now I'm just wondering whether we're going to be forced to be doing the same thing. Constantly giving all of the Beltaine a chance to head off into the deep dreaming and meet their demons.
I don't know whether it'll work for all of them. I don't know whether it'll work for only one of them. If there is a true parallel with what we discovered leading up to this, then no, it won't work for all of them. It won't even work for half of them.
It troubles me so to see you look so down. There's no need to be. I mean, didn't the pretty fella over there show you a good time earlier? And he shrugs as if to say, like, yeah, I said it.
Yeah, I'm a man. I said it. Whatever.
I think I'm just coming down day after a trip.
Bad timing then.
Are you sticking around Cross's Shadow for a while?
I'm gonna have to have an interview at some point with the one you brought back. So, yeah, I'll be around.
Good.
And he nods and he just continues looking into the water. Sophia?
Yeah, so finishing up my dinner, talking to Kaylee. I'm so excited. to hear that you're expecting.
It's important to me to have this other chance. It will be some time yet.
How long?
I'm not certain. I haven't conceived this way before.
I see.
I have questions.
Would
I
be
can get answers
rude
later.
to
It's
ask.
okay. Very, I
You're gonna
agree.
have to figure out how to get the answers, bud.
What would be rude to ask? I assume you didn't say that out loud.
Did not.
No, I'm not there.
Well, it's a new adventure.
I'm not necessarily sure it's an adventure, it's a duty. To the future.
Yes, but isn't it one you're excited about?
I'm pleased. Excitement is a different thing.
All right, then you're pleased.
How was your time in the dreaming, Kaylee? What did you do when we parted ways briefly?
I was shown a world without Antihelios. The Red Star,
Yes.
which I don't believe you can see. Not unless I decided to take you there, which I wouldn't want to subject you to.
Pastor Kenyat was saying that now you have messages to deliver.
Those messages should be his to deliver. He is a moon dancer, and I am not. It is up to him, but perhaps the rest of my pack will accompany him to make sure that he's safe, while delivering a message that many will want to hear, but few may believe.
Is there any way to prove it to them then? What happens if they don't believe you?
Then I will challenge them, and they will believe after that.
Is that how it works?
Yes,
Faith as a result of combat.
not necessarily combat. A challenge can take place in many different fashions. Admittedly, if it was combat, I would have the advantage.
I've seen that before, yes.
Whether or not it engenders what you call faith, it will engender obedience.
Respect.
Yes, that is a better word.
And what then? After the messages are delivered and one way or another everyone respects the one who delivered it.
You have a goal of seeing beauty in all things,
Yes.
engendering it.
Sorry, what is it?
Engendering, not gendering to make it grow.
Okay.
I'm probably using the word wrong.
I was like, I'm not gendering beauty. No, I understand what you're saying.
It's my duty to make sure that there is a world so that you may do such a thing.
But for yourself, for your own wants, what does this mean to you? This red crystal, you said?
Antihelios, the Red
Antihelios.
Star,
The red star, what does it mean to you?
a sign that our way of life will end. That the apocalypse is nearing.
What form does this apocalypse take?
Spiritual,
It's awesome.
ecological,
Terrifying.
many different ways. But we are at the forefront, and we are battling against it.
How do you battle it? If you don't even know what form it will take, how can you fight it?
We know. We know the forms. We battle them all the time. Leeches are just a small sign.
Is there anything we can do to help?
She lays a hand over her abdomen. It is inspiration that we lack. There has been a hopelessness of late, one that we hopefully will be able to replace now that I've seen what I've seen in the dreaming. Because I believe that my eyes could be trusted there, that it wasn't an illusion. Do you know of illusions?
Yes, I do.
Do they not bother you?
I'm used to walking in dreams. I'm used to looking around me and knowing that nothing I see is real, and yet it can also be truthful. So something might be an illusion and still tell you exactly what you need to know. You just need to look past the surface a bit.
Do you tire of being an idol?
Sometimes.
I look at your friends, and she turns and she sees Patches standing by the pond, and I know that they can create. And then she turns and she looks at Brahm, who is, I think, still speaking with Kyoko.
I have somewhere to go, but yeah.
And I can see that they can fight. But you are different.
What do you think I can do?
I think you may be the reason. You may be the ideal. You may be the goal. But I am not comfortable with the way that those words feel on my mouth. I am not certain how to express this. I don't have the language for it in your tongue.
I look at people and I see, as you said, the best version of them.
What is the best version of me? I have no art to create.
You're a leader, a fearless explorer, a warrior, a mother.
Fearless.
Fearless.
I have felt fear.
But you persevere over it. To me, that is fearlessness.
Oh, we would call that fear and yet persevering.
Or courage, if you will.
Ugh.
May I take your hand?
Certainly.
And she takes it and she starts walking with you, assuming that you finished what you're eating, around the pond, so that she's opposite where Patches is having her existential crisis.
She's actually started plucking grass, and she's weaving some things out of grass.
Oh, so she's moving you around from where Patches is getting her like hand-rolled weed.
Gotcha.
Weed.
Weed.
That's what's happening here. Actually, it's been
I need that as a
it's been
sound
legal in
file.
this country for, yeah, really, definitely. It's been legal in this country for months now.
Still impossible to get.
Quote, hook me up, bro. Just kidding.
What, you think this is a bogey? Get going.
I understand that what I'm
That's
feeling
racist
for
of
you
me,
is
I
a
agree.
remnant of what happened there. Is that how it all feel when they see you? When they witness you in glory?
I think it is. Which, for a passing moment, for a day, for a night, is wonderful. But it can become very lonely.
Why lonely? Are you not with your pack?
I
Do they
am
not keep you company?
With my back, they keep me company, yes. I think,
I could call them over here.
no, that's fine. Now I'm the one who can't explain. Prolonged relationships of a romantic nature don't work for me.
Is that a regret?
Often it isn't. I'm perfectly happy. But sometimes I realize that it can never be. And maybe that's a little sad.
Why never?
Because sooner or later, they stop trusting that I want to be with them.
And there's this look of recognition that just flashes, like almost, like those moments in movies where like the montage plays in their head and they're like,
Yeah.
What?
Oh my God, it was her all along.
Does that make sense?
The leader may always be challenged in peace. The leader may never be challenged in war. Guru shall not mate with Guru. Yes, I'm familiar with this. The idea that it need not be transitory.
You put someone up on a pedestal, and finally, you're up there with them, and you're happy for a time. But then you look at them and you start to doubt that they see you as highly as you see them. And then you start to resent them for it. And then the whole thing comes crashing down. It's just the way of things.
That is how it is with him. And she looks, and Zeron is chatting amicably with Ramsia, who is laughing and occasionally placing a very fond hand on his hand. Nothing romantic. It definitely doesn't appear that way. Ramsia, incidentally, just cannot seem to appear romantic with anybody. Affectionate, yes, but romantic, no.
Interesting.
He and I will not be, just as you have said.
What happened, if you don't mind my asking?
I believe that he's realized that there is more to love than finding one who is one.
That's a pretty startling realization for him to come to. That's finding the one has been all he's been focused on for years.
I managed to explain to him that I care about him, but that I care about my duty more. And that I am forever tied to him, but that tie, by my very nature, cannot be one that I will hold fast. And he realized that he was still happy.
That's good.
Perhaps. I admit that I don't know as much as you do about these sorts of things. But he was happy knowing that he could give me this. Perhaps you should speak with him.
I will. If you think I could help.
I know you can help. That doesn't matter to me. What matters is that you do what you wish. Ron, where are you going?
To find Duke Granville.
Ah, all right. So the Duke is currently speaking with Claude.
Yeah. Oi.
And going over it. Claude is explaining a few things, and while he's pointing at food, mentioning it, roll me your perception alertness, please.
Coming up.
Watch.
Lemon Eater, just so that you know, the rule is Guru shall not mate with Guru, not Guru cannot mate with Guru. It still happens all the time, and it is not a good thing.
It's not a good thing. 2 successes.
They're not discussing food at all. Granville is actually discussing the Red Branch. But Claude is trying not to say things too openly, and so is being like, so you see that the color of the meat that is right here, and you see this stick that is close to it.
Right.
And but you get the impression that he's doing it to be obnoxious, and that the Duke is very amused by this and is playing along.
Okay, that's fun.
Excuse me. Sir Brom.
Good evening, my lord.
Your Grace?
Grace.
Fuck!
How much etiquette do you have?
Enough. Sorry.
Yeah,
3.
it's Grace.
It's 3.
Yeah. Pukajutsu is also correct. Like, some tribes say, like, sex is okay as long as you don't have a kid. And some are like,
No.
God, no. And some are like, okay, have a kid, but just don't tell anybody. Anyway.
Your Grace. It's wonderful to see you here. I wanted to offer you the opportunity to speak to the gathering. Of course, the eve of Beltaine, we move back into the Seelie side of the year.
I'm here as a guest. I wouldn't wish to interrupt these services. Besides, it's almost sundown. Isn't that when Beltaine starts to get a little more interesting?
Depends on your definition, I suppose.
And he glances involuntarily at Patches.
Does it go over your head? Do you still not know?
No,
I think.
roll,
Nice. Yeah, I think.
roll me your perception, empathy.
I'm.
Please be a botch.
No. I got 3 successes.
Oh, they fucking.
That's weird. The voice in my head's never sounded like that. Oh well. Well, I understand, Your Grace. I will find someone else.
I would be happy to address. Why don't you?
Oh, that's not my place, Your Grace. I'm
Whose
hardly
place
a...
would it be? By the way, the door opens up, and Zister walks out with Talus. Talus currently does not have his arm, but he has been given a reasonable prosthesis. It is not a functional one, but he at least has like a thing that he can use to like hold on to something if he needed to or whatever.
How's Talus dressed?
Talus is dressed in a he's got a vest, and even though the appropriate thing to call it would be a loincloth, it's not nearly as like
Scandalous.
well, it's definitely a sensual piece of clothing, but like it's not overly aggressively sexual, nor does it look like, you know, he's just come out of like a pulp fiction novel. Talus and Zister are holding hands. So, Porik, standing next to you, looks up.
I'd like to hand Porik a little woven grass bracelet.
Is this a bunk?
No, I have no glamour, so I'm not doing much casting. No.
You can still cast cantrips that are
yeah,
chimerical
yeah.
in
How are you
nature.
out of glamour, if you don't mind my
The
asking?
dreaming.
She was using it to fire the weapon.
Yeah.
Right, I forgot. 'Cause I was like,
Yeah.
otherwise, dude, you don't just find glamour.
You know what? Technically, you should have one glamour because you had to make your way back from
I
it.
think I cast something today. Like honestly, I think I cast something.
You're tapped out?
Yeah,
All right, you're
I'm
tapped
totally
out.
Ah,
It's
sorry,
fine.
bud.
No, I'd just like to hand it to him. An unbroken circle. Let's try something new. Give him a chance. But don't stop watching.
Bless you, bro.
I don't think you need to worry about place. I think you need to worry about the message. And if there's a message that you think should be delivered, I see no reason why it shouldn't be you.
Well, perhaps I'll get some pointers from a better public speaker, but thank you, Your Grace.
Pointers? Speak from the heart. Today, love conquers all. And he says this while glancing very deliberately over at Zister and Talus.
It is true. Your Grace, I hope you enjoy your time here at the Spark, and if you ever need us for anything at the chateau, please do not hesitate.
I'll be returning to Heart's Light soon.
Well, excellent. If you need any members of my motley there at any time, you can always ask.
I know who to call.
It's not Brom. Patch is like,
I guess like I'm trying to give him like a wink. It's weird. It's not working.
I
You know, if you want me
send
to
her
send
over there,
patches
like.
to you, I can be your daddy.
Talus squeezes Zister's hand and then lets go, and he starts wandering around the pond, kind of knowing that everyone's eyes are on him, but he's heading directly towards Sophia.
Who's like kind of wandering over in the direction of Sir Zeron, so we probably
Coincide. Kaylee, by the way, is not following you, but instead has said that, perhaps you should speak with him. Sees them coming out and says, I will wait here. So she's not coming with you, but she's also not like, I'm alone. Like
so many people looking out over the skyline.
Patches would be actually brushing her dress off and walking to greet Zister and Talus.
So Talus is
With the
broken
pond
off. So are
here.
you heading towards Talus?
Are
or
you meeting Talus?
I'm meeting
Okay, I'm
Talus.
gonna go talk to Zister then.
All right.
Guess I'm going back inside. Check on the teenagers.
You can check on Lady Kyoko. See if she
There's something
needs
that I
to
wonder if we could do.
Certainly.
It's, I know it's a bit of an ask. We sang together once
We did.
at an event like this.
Yes.
Jesus, dude.
I hope one day we'll be able to do the same.
I would like that. Sometime in the future, I would like that.
I get to do my own roles sometimes. Never mind.
Didn't look good.
I saw 2 ones. I couldn't see anything
no, it
else.
wasn't a botch, but like...
How are you feeling?
Nervous. I'm not actually sure if I should be in public yet. But Zister insisted, and I never really could say no to him very easily.
You can always go inside if you need a break. But there's food. It's very relaxed out here. It's nice.
Well,
After the dreaming.
how are you?
I'm all right. It's nice to be back. I feel like we didn't leave all the magic behind either.
I appreciate the magic here. Maybe that's a little strange of me to say. I don't know.
No, I think it's fair.
I was listening a lot to Zister lately. And he's been saying things like forgiveness. And there's a part of me that wonders how genuine it is. Or whether he's just saying what he's supposed to say.
Zister doesn't strike me as somebody who sugarcoats anything that he says.
I can't believe you broke the arm.
But I brought him back.
You
You can
realize?
build a new one.
Oh no. I'm not building a new one.
I am?
Under my care.
Great. You're welcome.
So are you. And then he leans forward, and he looks like he's going to give you a kiss on the cheek, but then instead he just awkwardly pats you on the shoulder and then
Oh, boy.
straightens back up.
Oh boy.
Do you really think you can teach me how to make an arm?
Yes. Look at you. I mean, when I came out here, you were having your damn princess moment. Staring into a water and
Weaving grass bracelets. Yeah, okay, fine. It's Beltaine. What do you want? How about you? You're gonna have your Beltaine moment, or have you already?
I had my Beltaine moment yesterday. I'm worried
About?
that what I feel isn't appropriate. That I'm thinking things not because they're supposed to happen, but because I want them to.
That's fine. There are enough of us around you. You've brought us, you've got stewards of the spark now. You've got other people to watch your back. You don't always have to watch your own. You know I've got your six. So if right now you want to feel hopeful and loving and happy, go for it. If it's the opposite, that you feel like you can't, that's fine too.
I'd give up Arcadia for that, man.
Fuck Arcadia.
I mean, like,
That's what,
take banality? No.
Whoa.
like, the quest to achieve it, while it, like, yeah, that's what we all want, but is it really? Isn't creating here?
If you say heaven is a place on earth, I'm going to belt you.
That's all he was talking about, was getting to Arcadia. That would somehow fix him. Right now, I'm a little oversaturated with the concept of getting to Arcadia. Right now, I'm okay with bringing that magic here.
I think you should come with me. If you don't mind leaving this place for about 30 minutes.
It'll wait.
Let's go. Brom. Incisor comes in to the garden, or out to the garden. So, there's people in Kyoko's office.
Yes,
That's okay with you?
it is.
All right.
Do you think it shouldn't be?
She glances around. I'm thinking that I kind of don't want to be at this party.
Where would you rather be?
Everybody's taken here.
That can't possibly be true.
Okay. Point.
Okay, challenge accepted. I look around. I'm gonna start clocking people. I'm gonna almost point at Claude, and then I'm not going to. I'm gonna pass a Bekeniot.
Alnick.
Olmec
Acanthea.
and Acanthea are both here.
Ron probably
Okay,
doesn't
so
know about Pork.
2 of those people. But then she looks at Acanthea.
It's true, Brom wouldn't know.
Yeah.
But
Point at Sophia, point at Pork.
yeah, Sophia. Patches, I don't think is seeing anyone.
Patches is
At least
straight.
not consistently.
Patches is straighter than fucking whatever the straightest thing in the world is.
A line. The distance between 2 points.
Sure. Except lines can be curved.
Well, not if it's a straight line.
Patches is straighter than a straight line. Wow.
That's what...
Look, if it's going to be one night a year that I'm going to have a chance at this, I might as well go for it. I mean, look, maybe I'll upgrade from a knight to a baroness. Who knows? Thanks. And she smacks you on the back.
Incisor.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if this is too close to home, but once a year? This isn't...
You know how many opportunities there are out there for a Sealy red cap?
Not as many as I would think, I suppose. Right.
You know how many opportunities you get for a Sealy red cap with one of the Shining Host? Beltaine. It's about it. If you'll excuse me, I gotta go not fuck someone up so that I might be able to fuck someone up.
All right.
And with that, as she heads off, I'll ask if any of you need to take a break.
I would like to pee.
Cool.
I would like this very much.
I will probably at some point as well, but we can take turns. Yay!
Are you not?
Woo!
Should I? Should
Why
we?
not?
Okay.
I'm not breaking again.
Oh shit! Run. Well, I'll be the next one. Yeah, get your drinks, guys. For all those drinks that were taken.
Oh, I can vamp. You go ahead.
Oh, he wants to vamp without the players.
I think he wants to talk about something without us.
Okay.
What am I going to do with these 3 chuckle fucks anyway? I mean, you put them through the ringer, like you really give them like a huge test. They're coming back. They're low on glamour. Bedlam kind of poking its head around the corner for 2, if not 3 of them. They're the best worst. I mean, like, I know what I have planned for tonight, but like, oh God. And do they not, I mean, are they even in the room still? Did they not realize, I guess Brom does realize, Brom might be actually the coolest adult in the room this session. Time to destroy them. Nah. I don't need to destroy them. What I need to do is, you know, part of Changeling is this idea of examining, you know, the game itself is you examining the real world versus the dreaming. And maybe I just do that in too high concept a way. I don't know, man. Do they come back to the right reality? I mean, I could blow out the balefire, right? Like, Talus is back. Why not? Did they come back to the right reality? Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes Rabbity chokes. But anyway. Yeah. It's sometimes hard to tell. I mean, maybe I've just got my head up my own ass. Because I wouldn't trade any of the 3 of them for anything. But at the same time, there's still this sort of notion that they're players of a certain particular bent, and so we have to play to their whims and wishes. Oh, it's kettle time. They've always been cocky. As a crew, they believe they can do something, so when they do, even if it's crazy awesome, they're like, duh, we knew it was possible. Don't read, Liz's, you are a cheater. Yeah, cockiness is one way to describe it. At least this group doesn't hate each other. You gotta mold them all together. You gotta make that work. No, thank you. My voice has a particular quality to it today, so. Incredible NPC Support Network. I feel like that should also be a band name. I'm just waiting for when they do something that's categorized as oopsie doopsie. I mean, I think that there's been at least one, if not two, oopsie doopsies tonight, but we'll see. We'll see. Whoopsie doodle.
Need some more water?
No, thank you. God's.
Offered by literally every single other person.
No, only the two people who care.
Legends never die.
Godspeed, little doodle. The biggest worry any of them has ever felt, in my opinion, was when Braum was separated from everyone and Patches was separated from everyone, and both were in dire straits. Sophia's never been completely isolated and endangered, in my recollection, not completely. I mean, she was dealing with...
She's been in some scary dreams.
Darn Skippy.
Well, when we did our one-on-one sessions with everybody.
I think that's probably her scariest moment, actually.
She had Zeron? No. Who was with you? Someone was with you and was like fighting alongside you at the Spark in your one-on-one.
Zeron.
Zeron, yeah.
Oh, sorry, that's not what I was talking about. I was
Oh.
talking about our chrysalis session.
Ooh.
I think that's probably her scariest moment.
I mean, speaking of oopsie doopsies, I don't know if it was or not, but like, I don't know how to talk to Incisor, man.
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna be like, we're both, tough people and we can get along based on that. But she's just like, yeah,
Oh,
my life sucks. And I'm like, I don't know what to say to that. Damn it.
I like how Crosshair defines oopsie doopsies and oopsie whoopsies differently.
There's oopsie doopsies and oopsie whoopsies, yes.
Are doopsies more serious than whoopsies? And with that, no.
Oopsie
John, do
doodle.
you need a break?
No.
Oh.
Because he's perfect.
I'm a professional.
I'm gonna need an equity
Try.
stage manager to explain break systems. And then we're all gonna sign it. Oh my God, cracking the, please don't
Fight,
do it, please
fight,
don't. I
fight,
just
fight.
can't. Thank you. It's so loud.
Oh,
Imagine,
if it just popped off and knocked off his head.
my God.
Then the trick would be to continue making eye contact with Kate and just not break.
As it all like runs into your eyes.
I shouldn't have put this chili powder in my water.
Take your breaks. Take your breaks, folks. You've earned them.
This message is Kate approved. Oh,
Never give up an opportunity to sleep, eat, or use the bathroom because you don't know when the next time you'll get that chance.
When you're on set,
Truth.
every single time you're offered food, take it. I promise you, you will not regret it.
Or a bathroom break.
Yep.
Or a bathroom break.
I don't know if I'm, like, I guess I see Zister and Patches leaving, and I'm kind of like, oh, well.
Guess I better go with them. 'cause
No, like,
I'm
good enough time anyway.
No.
Perception empathy.
You can roll that if you want.
No, oh, to find out what, yeah, no, I'm,
Ever since I found out about certain things, I just constantly check to see if two people are in a relationship. It's important for me to be on the awareness level of...
You didn't even ask Incisor about the I can do better than a knight. You didn't even ask. It's crazy.
I assume she had sex with a knight. It wasn't me. Which other ones do I know?
It was Batman. It was
Yes,
The
knight.
knight. Yes,
Dark Knight.
very nice.
Can I go and take a spot to like make a speech. I don't know, up a stump or some shit. Can I like stand up on
Sure,
something?
roll me your charisma leadership to see if people shut the fuck up.
Please, Botch.
I
He
also would
quietly
love
makes
that.
an entire speech and nobody listens to him.
No, everyone else just starts like wandering away, doing other things.
I thought I was supposed to imagine them naked. Turns out I'm naked.
And it is Beltaine.
As you stand up, like your pants just.
I got 2 successes, John.
And then you just see a cloud of dust and like some bunny heels. Yeah.
Okay, so the sun is starting to throw itself down below the horizon. So you stand up, and the populace generally quiets, and they turn to pay attention to you.
Friends, all.
And Sizer turns and glares at you because you are currently, at the moment,
Cock blocking her.
the preferred term would be clam jamming.
Would it be preferred, though? Friends, all. I'm not a man of many words.
I never learned to read beyond a 3rd grade level.
Good night, Mound. Good night, cow. Sorry. I would like to thank all of you for coming, for being here.
Some of us haven't yet.
It's a park. Do I have a heckler in the back? What an asshole. I love it.
There's some good-natured laughing.
I won't take up much of your time. This is an evening to celebrate. I merely wanted to say that as we mark the part of the year, we shift back to the Sealy Court. We move into a new part, a new season. I would like to say that we have marked this change into a new season with a rebirth of our own. And for that, we are very thankful, overjoyed. Please remember all, no matter your allegiances, life is beauty. And I think we have a living example of that here today. I'm not going to motion with my hand.
Sophia like starts to stand up and takes a curtsy and then realizes that it's not.
My
he's
good
not
friend
talking about her.
Talus.
Oh, fuck. Shit.
Yeah.
She just
okay,
like
she
turns
can't
on her
look
dress,
foolish.
starts playing Tetris. Yeah.
Beep, 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 beep. On her dress?
Yeah.
Yes. I forgot about that.
She has to like flex her biceps to move the pieces left or right.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, so I'll nod to Talus with the reference of a rebirth and life is beauty. Mm-hmm. Enjoy yourselves tonight, please. And then I nod and I leave.
Some light applause.
Okay, great. Okay,
The
cool.
speech is well received.
I'm not a speech maker, man. What do you want from me?
Talus goes and he approaches Little One in the corner. And Little One lifts her head. And Talus stops, almost as if he's afraid. And then she puts her head back down. And he approaches carefully. And then lays a hand on her head. Just kind of in that, I'm not sure if this cat's gonna nip me or not, sort of. But when she doesn't, he just sits down and starts stroking her head. Just repeatedly. And seems contented by this.
Sophia's gonna smile at this and leave to find Sir Zaron.
And leave.
And bye.
This party's over. People aren't paying attention to me.
If you dance on the dance floor with that dress and play Tetris simultaneously, people
Oh
will pay
my
attention.
God, done. Once the sun has set.
I'd ask who your tailor was, but I'm relatively sure that she's present here.
You would be right.
And what's the occasion?
It's Beltaine.
For the smile.
Oh. This is a party that I didn't plan, and it's wonderful.
Is that the definition of a way to make you happy?
No.
Simply to throw a party that you didn't have to plan?
If you'd asked me yesterday, I would say that would be the opposite thing to do to make me happy.
So we've both learned something new today.
Yes. I was just speaking to Kaylee. How are you?
If the price I must pay to have my eyes opened was a momentary pang of heartbreak, it's a price I'm willing to pay.
You can really change your outlook that quickly.
It's been in the back of my mind for quite some time. If I'm being honest with myself, I think I wanted to believe more than I wanted to. Let me rephrase. I think I liked the idea of believing more than I wanted to believe it.
And so when you came face to face with the reality, you then had your eyes opened.
She was in the relationship for her, not for us. And yet it was still successful.
I would say so. She speaks very highly of you.
At the risk of sounding arrogant, my lady, they all do.
Oh.
But I'm certain that this is a problem that you've encountered.
People speaking highly of me?
Yes.
I don't know what they speak of.
They don't whisper sweet nothings into your ear. They don't make promises that they don't intend to keep.
No. I think people see me as a very beautiful ornament in a shop behind a pane of glass.
Perhaps the reason that I didn't want to engage was because I felt like I was a prize to be won, a medal to be worn around one's neck. And she had no other motivations other than she had something she wanted, and she knew that she could, for a time, give me what I wanted. The sense of belonging to a relationship. And now that we realize that that's not where we're going, then it's a diplomatic arrangement, perhaps.
So, Sir Zaron, the romantic, where does he find himself now? He's not looking for the one. What is he looking for?
He dies.
3 or 4?
Oh. Blood just starts running from his ears into like your eyes. Oh. Well.
I'm looking forward to finding out. Right now, I'm going through every time that I turned someone down. And second guessing.
Was it a lot?
I believe the first day that we met properly was at Pennon's.
It was.
And you don't remember the
entourage, let's say. I remember. That's quite a first impression to make.
I've gone to some lengths to try and dissuade that sort of thing. But it
Yes, I
mustn't
noticed
seem...
you did not arrive with 5 women in tow today.
I believe Kaylee may scare them away. Perhaps that alone was a reason for me to experience what I did. And he rolls his shoulders. He looks a little different. Almost as if his features are more sharply outlined. His hair just a little bit longer.
How? How did he do it? Why? Why does he look different?
I'm allowed to spend experience too.
Oh, shit!
I thought you said sex P had no value, John.
For you.
Hey! Good
Ah!
answer. Oh, I can't wait. I like that if people leveling up in the middle of
I know,
a
I'm like,
conversation.
So wait, what's his appearance now?
6.
Holy shit!
I think I'm... No, I can't talk to either of you.
I
ever
have
again.
regrets over what happened last Beltaine. Damn.
Should have gone for it.
I had a chance.
I could have been with a 6.
I couldn't have
Now
had...
I'm just with... Never mind.
Oh my god!
Kyoko's like a 4.
Yeah. Out of
Is she
6.
3 or a 4?
I don't remember.
I'll have to check. I think by now she might be a 4. Anyway.
That Moulin Rouge dress, though.
You know, I do think that in the end, all the choices that we make create a reality that we get to live in.
Whether they're good choices or bad choices, they shape and create our reality, of course.
Perhaps I shouldn't be second-guessing the choices that I've made and look forward to the future.
Of course, there's no sense in regretting the past.
And what about you?
I feel that I have to be careful now about who I get involved with.
Why?
I forgot about the complications that arise when you see someone every day.
Oh.
Isn't that the ideal? For some?
For some.
Marriage generally implies
Sir Zeron, I think as a she, you might understand the best what I'm talking about. Have you ever been with someone who never, ever, ever felt like they deserved you? Ever?
yes.
That's all I know. It eats away at you. It becomes a little exhausting after a while.
I have a question for you. From what I understand, you're the seeker of beauty.
Yes.
Does it get exhausting when they don't believe you?
Yes. It does. I'm very good at persuading people, so often I can make them believe me for a time. But after a while, it can't be me that persuades them anymore. It has to come from them.
You plant a seed, but it's up to them to water it.
Otherwise, it will die. It has an expiration date. It's unfortunately how it works.
Patches. I'll come back to this. It's not like Zeron's like turns around and just starts walking off in some random...
Well, that conversation was
It's
great.
getting heavy.
I liked it.
Thanks.
You're getting a whole paragraph. Oh, wait.
Zister gets in the front seat of a 1968 Dodge Dart.
You said half an hour.
Have I ever known a time where I've been late? I'm assuming that you're smart enough to get my point in about 7 minutes.
Great.
I've allowed for 3 minutes as a
Great.
buffer. Let's go. You're driving. And he lifts himself up and over and throws you the keys. If you can't drive shtick, now's really the best time to tell me.
I like shift expertly into.
You like shift into fourth gear, like.
No, no. But like, unfamiliar car, don't necessarily know exactly, how hard to press the clutch and stuff, but I do it perfectly.
But I, Patches, am excellent.
I've got 2 dots of drive. I can drive stick.
Yes, 1 dot is enough to have you drive stick. 2 dots means that you're like a Scott level driver.
That was so nice. That was so unexpected. Thank you.
Well, because you're not a
Got little
professional
park on the
driver.
first try.
Just watch me like drift across the minute.
Oh shit.
Oh
That would be
shit.
3 dots, got it.
Oh, crosshair.
So he directs you without telling you your eventual destination. And then he stops you literally. So you get out, you drive, and then you turn left. And then he asks you to stop in the parking garage of the Forum. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Forum is approximately 1 block away from the Spark. There's no reason to have taken a car.
Maybe 2, because there's all of the block of Lexus Neon. So it's a long block.
Yeah, but like,
There's
So
no
it's not-
reason to have
yeah.
driven
Yeah.
in here.
Okay.
Now, this building's been changed, butchered, some might say.
Are you talking in the last few months, or are you talking about back in the early aughts?
Whatever that means, yes. The early aughts.
get with the times, old man.
Why don't you shut my wrench?
I'm cowed again.
Okay. Yes, they gutted it. They moved center ice. They have a nice little display that pretends that you're standing on center ice for some stupid reason, but it was more convenient not to actually have it where it belonged. Your point?
This place used to be an amazing place. It's where I met Talus.
That's sweet.
Hockey game? Concert?
Hockey game. I don't think he actually cares much for the sport, but he puts up with it for my benefit. So I'm happy, and he gets to pretend like he's happy, and so that's fine. But this place used to be something special. There are ghosts here. But now it's subject to commercialism that failed. And most of it's been made into classrooms that no one wants to go to. And a semi-decent movie theater.
And some bathrooms that no one knows about.
Right. So this is banality.
Secret bathroom.
And yet I don't feel terrible sitting in this parking garage because I remember what this building used to mean.
It absorbed a lot of joy. There were a lot of happy moments in this building.
Do you
In the
know
rafters.
who could fix it?
Who?
Well, not you.
Okay. You?
No. Neither of
Are
us
we
own the
getting-
building. We can't make these sorts of decisions.
Okay. So,
But it's up to you to make sure that every other building doesn't meet the same fate.
every other building.
Yes.
Great. I guess I'm becoming city planner of Cross's Shadow, of Quebec, of Canada, of the world.
Reductio ad absurdum. Every single building here is one that can potentially be touched,
Yes.
just as every arm could potentially be built. But the point is that you actually can do these things because you've been to a place where you know exactly what knockers were capable of once upon a time. You think you'd be able to work that magic here?
Our curse still exists there, Things, you can't take it with you.
Then I guess you're just going to have to work here and realize that you'll have to work the rest of your life.
I
You
don't-
brought Talus back to me.
I don't think I can build the arm as well as you did because I won't be building it from a place of love.
Oh no, you'll be building it from a place of love. Because you love your life and I'll end it.
Yeah, those are the best work conditions, sister.
We're gonna work on it together. Because as much as I can build that arm, and I could build it exactly the same way that I did, and it would be amazing. It needs something more. And there's no one else in this world who I would trust simultaneously with building an arm and something that can tie back to the man I love.
I appreciate that.
Because I don't think Sophia knows how to use an arc welder, and I'm
Don't think
reasonably
she
sure that
knows
Brom
how
will
to
shit
use
on it.
almost anything in the workshop, and that's fine because her skills lie elsewhere.
So it has to be you. Sophia's gonna have to come up with some color scheme. I don't know. I'll find some bullshit to tell her.
So why am I here?
Because I couldn't tell you that in the freehold.
You couldn't tell me that I have to keep building shit?
I like this place. I like this place, and this is where I go. Because no one ever uses this parking lot. To remind me that this building used to be great.
And I'm sure it's still great. I bet you there are couples who met playing pool here. Had their first date at a movie here.
Do me a favor. And accept my thanks. My sincere, undying gratitude. If I could have that, then tonight I'll be happy.
I'm gonna shift it into reverse. Head back to the spark.
Fuck you, old man.
Made me drive all this way for that.
Whatever.
No, it's good.
Isn't burning my fuel.
Sophia.
Yes.
Sophia, as you're talking to Zaron, your phone dings.
Hello?
Happy Beltaine. Back home for the celebration. I was hoping to visit the Kujaro Love Tempos. The Kejirao Love Temples, but Ishu are shockingly terrible at planning sometimes. Hope you're having a lovely day. I'm off to investigate if the Space Needle is actually a rocket. Ta.
Oh, Count. That's not a gem. I'm going to write back, don't you dare leave Earth without me. Have a great time. Kisses. See you soon.
Selfie. Put the roses
Elfie.
around it. Or
Just two apparent sixes, having a great time. Like,
your phone explodes.
oh my god.
Oh my god.
Just burns out the CMOS.
That's not good.
This happens every time.
Okay, Sophia, take a selfie with me. No!
I think this is why. This is why, if there is a new red branch to be made, that it needs to be built in the image that Brahm and maybe the others will build for it. Because it feels as if nobody understands why we help them.
What do you mean? I've heard so many people tell tales of the Red Branch, how much it influenced them growing up, made them believe that there was somebody looking out for them in the world.
The Spark is special for a couple of different reasons. One is that it is one of the foremost knocker workshops, despite the fact that only one knocker actually used it for quite a long time, and now that total has come up to 2.5.
Hey.
It's also the place where several Red Branch decided to set roots. And there was this misery. It took you coming back to elevate it, you and Patches. Patches managed to make an old man realize that it was worth creating again. And you're the one who made this place into a home once more. Enough that you brought back one of the greatest men I've ever known. He glances and looks at where Brahm is, and he's probably fucking something up. And whoa, no,
Or fucking something.
no.
Or like
what
a
are
tree
you
stump.
doing?
I'm like,
Like, what are you doing right now? What are you doing right now?
that's a great question. I'm probably.
Are you standing by the pond?
Who am I? Oh yeah. Wow. Across the shadow.
Goes on for miles.
I'd like to. We already spoke briefly to Alnek and Acanthea, but I'd like to be speaking to them, and I'm entertaining them.
Okay, so he's talking with
That-
he's talking with people from Quebec City.
Look at these horns. Aren't they cool?
Yes, I understand. They look like dicks. God damn
Yes,
it! Why is
damn
that
it.
Look, if I
going?
shake my head, they rain. And he turns his hand up for a second, and he just flexes his fingers slightly, and a tulip just starts sprouting in the air in his hand. And as he moves his fingers around, he starts to shape it, and the tulip starts as white, and then the edges of it, just the very tips of the petals, start turning a light pink, and then purple, green, pink, purple, green on the outside.
Can I tell if that's a spring charm? A spring cantrip?
It is.
Cool. All I did, all Patches did, all Brahm did for that matter, was see what was already here. People just needed a little nudge. The spark is as beautiful as it's always been. It's just a layer has been taken away. Thank you. Tuck it into my hairdo.
And aside from the white, the colors actually match quite well.
Of course it does.
Best.
You see the beauty in all things, and yet you downplay your own. There's a part of you that feels lonely because others look at you and find you unattainable. And yet, what you describe here, what you have done for this place, you downplay it. It was years until this place saw light the way that it meant to.
Because that's what I do. I see the potential and I nudge it in the right direction. But I didn't make this place beautiful. I don't create beauty. I see it and I reveal it.
One day, Sophia, I hope that I can convince you otherwise.
We'll see.
Patches. He pulls in, and as you ding your way up to the freehold level, you hear this rattling coming from down the hallway.
Kind of rattling? Like, is it? Like, what material?
Does it
Like
sound like
wood and metal.
Wow.
I'll have to look at the hinges later. And he turns and he heads back towards the garden.
Gonna take a few steps towards the sound.
So, as you look down the hallway, you see that Kyoko's door is kind of like rattling back and forth.
Okay.
Head out towards the garden. See Brahm and Kyoko out there.
Brahm and Kyoko have not.
Oh, Pacha.
Kyoko, however, is now standing apart, and she's standing close to the pool. So she's not directly with Brahm. But no, they're not. They're out there.
I'm gonna go make my way directly towards Kyoko.
Oh, hello.
Did you lend your office to someone?
I lend my office to everybody. May I ask a favor as you're interrogating me? She turns around and she points at the zipper holding her dress up.
Is it like? Does it need to be pulled up or?
It's all the way up.
Do you want me to undo the zipper?
Want is a loaded word.
Is that what you're asking me to do?
Yes.
Tentatively. I'm like
Okay.
checking the lining of the garment to see if there's like magical transformation about to happen, maybe?
It
like,
lights on fire.
no, like costume change. Like, is there a different like type of fabric?
There's something underneath the dress.
Okay, good. I'm not just
It's her
helping
naked
her-
body.
So you're aware of the Moulin Rouge red dress that she's wearing on the poster.
Allow me.
Like, I know, I'm aware of the poster.
Okay.
It's a nice
So-
red dress.
Right.
Okay.
Underneath said red dress is a different outfit than Nicole Kidman was wearing in that movie.
Okay.
The black outfit?
Yes.
Yes, queen. You know that one?
I have not seen the film.
Oh, 1 second.
All right, she'll help you.
This seems very themed. I mean, I guess that's on brand for Kyoko, but that's good.
Why? Is there somebody in my office?
It would seem that way.
That might be Brahms doing. I would insist that you ask him.
All right. Do you need any other helps with your wardrobe?
She steps out of it, and then she removes her red shoes and puts on black ones instead.
From somewhere.
May I see just to make sure that I've got the right outfit?
Yes. Hold on, I closed it.
Well, Brahm's not going anywhere. I'm
Da,
leaving this.
da, da, da.
Yes. Should I wear my ears up ever?
Whatever makes you happiest, Kyoko.
That's what everybody in this entire freehold says. It's what you need. It's what you want. I want to know if I look
fine.
hot.
You want an answer? If you wear them up in this particular outfit, you will be very reminiscent of a certain magazine, Kevin. So,
A magazine? Oh. Oh.
take that into account as to whether or not you choose to wear your ears up today in this particular outfit.
I was really going for a different vibe.
Then perhaps wear them down.
Yes. I'll wear them down. And I'll wear them down. And she looks directly at Brahm.
It doesn't take much.
Good. It seems you've been working hard today. You get a chance to relax at some point, or
I'm like new rodents.
do other things than host.
Oh, I'll host.
I'll go ask Brahm.
Thank you.
As pointed out by the chat, I did just send or suggest that Incisor go speak to Acanthea if she
Yep.
wanted
Yeah.
to like get something.
she's
So I guess I'm
talking and you
I guess
just-
I'm talking to Almec.
You
like,
just stroll over to them and you're like, hello.
hello.
But so are you trying to be like a wingman, or are you trying to distract Allneck so that?
Brahms of two minds, really, because like yes, of course he wants to be a wingman. That's his jam, man. Help those in need. That's his jam.
Olnek is very happy and is more than a little drunk. I
Oh,
should point
perf.
out. Acanthea is quite pleasantly looking at you and yes, I'm Honestly, it was nice to get away.
Good.
I look forward to having you back. Your suite is still ready for you whenever.
Oh, excellent. I must ask about our dear chimerical companion.
Elevator Slug is much happier where he is now. I think he missed Elevator Robin.
That is sweet.
There's nothing sweet about that, Robin.
No, not the... Yes, the relationship is more what I... They're both creatures of spring.
He's useful there. I think everybody wants to feel useful.
That is true. I think we felt useful in taking him, but you are correct.
You gave him a new perspective.
One he might not have been too fond of, but I can appreciate that.
Your heart was in the right place.
I think it was. And we will be visiting again soon, of course, to pay our respects to Fairlith, of course, as well.
I think she'd like that quite a bit. Let's see how Incisor's doing. Okay.
Now, Patches, good evening.
Kyoko encouraged me to ask you
Mm-hmm.
if she had lent her office to someone.
Well, I set up Cog and Karen if they wanted to play some video games. That seemed like the appropriate place.
They must be playing Dance Dance Revolution. That explains everything. Thank you, Brom.
Of course.
I'm going to walk
What
away
is
before-
Dance Dance Revolution?
It's a dancing game.
Oh,
Kyoko comes up. Dance Dance Revolution? Well, it's one of the Bimani games.
the what?
A beat matching game.
Oh,
Except that it's designed to be played with your feet. Like, she's distracting Brahm.
yeah. With your feet, you say?
Yes.
Well,
there are 4 arrows on the ground.
Right.
I'm terrible at it.
Well, I myself have 2 left.
Also,
feet when
by
it
the way,
comes to
she's
dancing,
changed
but-
outfits.
She's wearing
Oh.
black lingerie.
Like a corset with
I
with garters.
assume that I
to
only
thigh
noticed this
highs.
halfway through our
Yeah.
conversation, though. Lady Kyoko, you've changed.
Patches, when you get there,
Oh, I'm not heading to the door office.
Oh, you're just heading
Oh.
away?
Yeah, I'm just heading away from Braum because I didn't want to risk explaining what's actually probably happening in there.
Ding dong.
Where are you heading?
Going to grab a snack and
Please.
see what kind of snack I want to grab after. Yeah.
Gonna grab my snack. The juke. Oh, looking like a snack.
Yuck. Sophia, jeez Louise.
So, snack, distracted.
Yes.
Still chatting with Zeri boy.
I'm actually going to ask Kyoko to dance.
Like,
what I'm gonna do.
But Dance Dance Revolution, or
No,
like
I'm going
just
to ask her to, like, on the
I'll turn the
floor.
disco floor on.
Please.
It's going to light me from the underneath.
Oh. But there are so many people here.
Let them see how lucky you are. Let them see how lucky I am. And she
just starts
she
weeping.
she reaches up she reaches up and she runs a finger along your chest, your chin, and then down, and then you can just feel button after button. So that your shirt's just hanging loose.
Guess this is how we dance now.
Are you wearing a sparkly undershirt underneath?
Oh, I fucking wish.
It's all right. I know how to sew.
Seems like an awful lot of work. Might just call this shirt quits. Who needs it?
Keep it on for a little longer. It smells like you.
All right.
I'm glad that he's managed to find someone at least.
I had my doubts about the two of them when it first began. I'm very happy to say I've been proven wrong.
What sort of doubts?
I had a hard time believing that Brahm was ready for another serious relationship. I thought that Kyoko was going to get her heart broken.
I think breaking somebody's heart might be one of the kindest things you can do for them now.
I think that's better than remaining stagnant. Both of you knowing that it isn't working.
I agree. But I think they both deserve it.
I agree.
I'm sorry if I'm taking up too much of your time.
Not at all. It's a very different Beltaine from last year.
Why do you say that? Because we haven't had to kick a...
So far, no bloodshed. No fights.
Brum's leg is off. It's on the ground.
I could start
Silly, just
one,
set
but
that
I don't
back
think I'd like to.
I think you could also finish one if you wanted to.
I'm enjoying this conversation too much. I'd rather not.
Good.
Have you ever had one of those moments where you receive a gift and you do your best to be gracious in accepting it, except that you know that it's a loaded gift?
I don't know if I can relate to this situation. Do you mean a gift given with expectations?
Yes.
Yes. That I know.
I received a painting once. And I was given a painting and I was encouraged by Kyoko to keep it, to put it up, saying that it didn't matter that it was given to me with expectations, that at least it was a very nice painting and that I should enjoy it, but it was a painting of me.
Why did she do that?
No, Kyoko didn't do it. She just counseled me afterwards. It was a love-struck she from, it must be somewhere in Pacifica, visiting up here. It was 3
Somebody
years
gave
ago.
you a picture of yourself.
A painting that she painted herself. It was really quite well done. And at the same time, why would I put up a painting of myself on my own wall? But that was the art that she felt was inspired. And I felt so guilty.
I once met someone who wanted to be a sculptor. And the only thing he could think to sculpt were my hands. He thought they were the most beautiful things. He couldn't even entertain the idea of sculpting anything else from his world.
Until you left it.
Until I left it. Maybe that's what we do. We're little flashes of light and creativity and inspiration, and then we flitter away.
I would be lying if I didn't tell you that you were beautiful. But at the same time, I feel like the beauty that is most important is the one that you see elsewhere. That's the beauty you create by tearing away the layers. They're nice hands, but there's better things to sculpt.
I agree. But at least he was sculpting. And he wasn't before, so.
Patches. Patches, Sorry, where did you go again?
I said I went to grab a snack.
Yeah, that's it. So when you grab your snack, let me actually give you like a rundown of where everybody is currently. So Talus is still sitting next to Little One. Little One's head is now in his lap. And she seems to be, if she's not asleep, she's doing a very good imitation of it. And Talus is just quietly stroking. Zister is doing his best to meet all the really important people that are here, but he keeps looking over at Talus. And Ramsia, Acanthea, Alnek, still all there. Claude is there. Claude is currently speaking with Ramsia. Alnek is very animatedly getting himself another drink. Acanthea is now speaking with Incisor. And Brahm, sort of like, but now she's sort of made an effort to include Incisor, and Incisor's like, okay, I guess I'll come into this. Is there anyone else there? I'm just trying to think.
Duke Port.
Well, the Duke is there. The Duke.
Passabekeniot as well.
Oh, that's right.
Haley.
No, Pezabekeniot.
Haley.
Pezabekeniot and
And
the
Port.
Duke are speaking.
Okay.
They seem to be having a very spirited, like happy but spirited conversation that is not like a Beltaine sort of like, let's talk about love for a little bit. And it's more like, oh, politics.
Ooh, excuse me, Kyoko. I have to get in on this.
Oh, God. Hello, did someone say politics?
And Kyoko is waiting for her chance to dance with Brahm. Poruk is, he's looking at one of the huts. Yeah, he's just kind of looking around.
Anyone in here?
And Zeron is talking with
Sophia.
Sophia.
No Cog, no Karen.
Yeah, I specifically don't want to see them whenever they decide to join the party.
Who? Cog
Cog
and
and
Karen?
Karen. I'm going to go talk to Talus.
I've got a dragon.
That you do.
What up?
Are you gonna stick her on me?
I don't think I could do that if I wanted to.
No.
I didn't realize they were so cute.
She does as she wishes. Even if it causes a lot of trouble.
You speak from experience.
You knew about her.
I wasn't there in your apartment.
You weren't? You sure?
Wasn't I? It feels like the past year's been kind of a blur in my head.
Someone got into my apartment. I'm just glad that she's safe now.
And I was a real asshole, wasn't I?
Sorry.
You know, the hell of it is that I don't actually expect anybody to forgive me. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to try.
Well, that sounds like recovery. That sounds like someone who is making an effort to do better.
I'll do you a favor and I won't, come up with some really convoluted plan so that I could,
Save the day.
yeah, just to be a hero. I promise I won't do that.
Sister wants me to help build a new arm. He's
I don't
acting
even
like
know if I deserve one.
Hey, if you're gonna be hanging out at the Spark, you might as well be useful, and you'll be more useful if you have two arms.
Well. I mean,
And I assume you'll play better if you have more than a prosthesis.
if you do that, I'm just gonna owe you more.
Fuck owing things. Just take care of Zister. Because we're gonna have to keep going off and putting out fires. We can't always stay here.
Wait a minute. You have to?
Okay, it's fun to go off on adventures.
He takes his actual fist, and he lifts it up.
Sister's looking for an excuse to get away.
Why?
I think he has someone else that he might want to spend his time with.
I bet it's Claude.
Definitely. You should go make sure that that happens.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. He like lifts the head.
Yeah.
And moves it very slowly. You want this, or am I putting this down?
Put it down.
Yeah, okay. And he just lets the head down and very carefully stands up. Thanks.
It makes sister happy.
And he clops off.
On his hoofs.
Because that's what he has.
I have to remind myself all the time.
Kyoko gets bored and starts like pulling at Brahm.
Well, all
He
right.
promised me a dance.
How's the floor?
She stomps her foot twice and it's like the clapper.
So I.
Now the floor's off. It doesn't turn off.
Oh, okay. Oh. We'll
Do
have
it
to
again.
Turn it back on then.
Good. Good. And she just like, with abandon, just pushes you out and just lets herself go, just dancing around you.
Whoa.
Nothing like, it's not even like overtly sexual. It's more just like overtly, I don't give a fuck about doing anything except dancing with you right here, right now, at this time.
What's last time I heard what was like the music that was playing before was a video game soundtrack. Although I'm not sure if I would have known that. But it didn't seem like dancey kind of music.
Well, now it's the evening, so it's sort of transitioned into more like, I mean, it's certainly not like slow dancing.
All right.
I'd play it for you, except we'd get
copyright
ding,
Ding.
Being struck, exactly.
ding.
I mean, hey, look, man.
Yeah, it's CNC Music Factory Kung Fu Fenris.
For sure. I'm gonna dance right back, man. You got
Charisma
motions?
Athletics.
Okay, all right, let's do it. I'm gonna motion some other people into the party as well. Yeah, I'm relatively athletic for an old man.
Dance, so she'll head back towards the dance floor.
The Duke is still occupied, but Porrick follows you out onto the dance floor. What'd you get? Whoa. Okay, so here's the thing. As you're headed towards the dance floor, and as people are
God
looking,
damn it, Crosshair.
there's that moment where everyone just stops and looks, as it turns out that Brahm and Kyoko actually know how to cut the rug, as they once said.
Yeah, as Braun once said, for sure.
As Brahm would say. But yeah, it's actually something kind of quite beautiful to behold.
Hey, come on down, everyone. Let's party. Oh. Yeah.
So what kind of dancing is Brahm doing?
Well, so I feel like he's got to be quite good, but he's not going to be hip to the kids, right? So he's not
Is
going
he
to know
doing like
all the,
70s?
He might have some
Even though he
disco
wasn't
moves. I'm imagining a lot more actually of the high octane swing dancing stuff.
Okay.
Like some of those swings and stuff like mixed in. He is.
Is he doing lifts? Oh, he is what?
Well, I was just gonna say he is like very dad-like in that way though. So a few of his moves, you're like, gosh darn it, what a
White
cutie.
man's overbite?
Oh my God, that's amazing! Oh my God.
My favorite moment from When Harry Met Sally.
Yes, Brahm has disco moves for sure, or we riot. Yeah, he's trying to channel some like John Travolta, in Saturday Night Fever. He's trying. I think it's working.
The crowd is clapping to the beat, watching you.
Oh, I just actually thought of a perfect fucking analogy. So keep talking. Vamp
Okay.
for me for a second.
Analogy for something. Okay, cool.
Okay.
I was asking John a question.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And so,
Whoa.
as the
Definitely not low, but he's gonna try anyway. Yeah.
yeah,
He's gonna do one of these as he backs up. It's not really like sliding.
No, it's not.
I don't know what the shit's going on over here, but I love it.
I see what looks like this emoji. So maybe Liz.
It's
is
my
happy.
favorite emoji.
Yeah.
Is are Cog and Karen back?
God, no.
I want to dance with them. I want them
Okay.
to dance.
So, are you going to go get them?
They were only gone for 2 minutes.
Look, they're really into Star Tropics right now.
Dance Dance Revolution, Star Dance Revolution Tropics.
Star dance.
Are you going to go get them?
Well, I'm not gonna leave the dance floor.
You could.
Open up in there.
You really want me to, though.
No.
I
I think you should.
No.
Look, I have plans either way, man.
Dream Brom. Go for it, Brom.
Yeah.
Dream Brom.
Lady Kyoko, I gotta catch my breath.
No,
But
you
I-
don't.
What?
But if you need to leave, you can.
I'm making sure everyone's out here on this dance floor before the night is over.
Excellent. Every second that you're away from me, I'm dancing with somebody else.
Every second.
I do one of these as I go.
Oh, God.
Now it's all the time that I'm dancing with somebody else. No, okay, so you leave.
So I'm headed back to Kyoko's office. I would like to invite these two out.
Okay, so now it's quiet.
What do you mean now it's quiet? It was quiet before.
Oh, it was quiet before.
Sure,
That's
exactly.
right when you were last there.
Right, exactly. It's John's favorite thing today,
It
guys.
is now.
Yes.
Just here. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. You're stealing my line.
Sorry.
And you hear this, like, panicked sort of rustling, and then the door opens up, and now you see that Karen has very rapidly unpaused the game and is playing. I want you to roll me your perception and alertness.
Okay.
Or empathy. Alertness or empathy. You can choose which one. But you have to tell me which one you choose.
I'm gonna choose empathy.
Okay.
It's not my better pool, but like, whoa! I got 3 successes.
You're really good at determining if people are having sex.
I have
There's a certain amount of panic in Cog, and Karen is less panicked, but more just like, if I'm nonchalant, everything's gonna be okay.
What? You just walked in on something. What?
Hi, Brom.
Hello again.
Or has dinner been served?
Well, you haven't had any food.
No.
It's been ages.
Oh, what time is it? It's like 9 o'clock.
I knew that video games really took people to another planet, but I didn't realize. Come out, both of you.
Sure.
We're dancing.
It
We're
smells
eating.
in this room.
Smells?
It smells a little.
What does it smell like, John?
The inside of a monkey cave. To steal a How I Met Your Mother quote. It's so good.
Body odor.
Man, your room must smell like a monkey cave.
It smells like Cog fuck.
Well, I, for one, am impressed and pleased. I'm gonna be like, come, both of you.
Sure,
Karen, you must be
sure.
hungry as well.
Oh, yeah, I could eat.
Yay!
Oh, it's worth it for the chat reactions.
Yay! Always, every time. I mean, I hope you both.
They
enjoy it.
follow behind. Cog manages to look contrite, but Karen doesn't.
Well,
Do you leave
I-
the door open at least so it can air out?
Of course.
Oh, good.
I mean, like ajar. I'm not just like, here's her
Do you
office.
burn the beanbag?
Oh, not the beanbag. Oh no.
You've also
Gotta
had
wash
sex in
the
that
cover.
beanbag chair.
Good point. Well, it was tainted before then, I suppose.
It's mine. I claimed it.
I declare this is mine. Yeah, I'm bringing them outside to like get some food, and I'm telling them about what's been happening so far. Nothing. Everyone's still here. I think we're just about to cut loose a little bit.
Could I ask you to roll me a die of luck, please? All
Sure.
three of you.
Using
And
one
let's
of
find out if something happens.
an explosion.
Okay. What'd you get?
10?
10.
1!
Oh, what a weird selection of dice.
As you head back out,
Nuclear
Acanthea and
war.
Incisor
Oh,
head towards a hut or a yurt.
thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, good for them.
Thank you.
Sophia's was kind of watching them go away. She's like, oh, for what?
It's nice to have a chance to talk with you.
You as well. You've been so busy lately. You haven't been here as much as you used to. Do you miss all your adventures?
I still have adventures. Occasionally they're somewhat interesting. Sometimes it's the adventure of the political maneuvering, or the adventure of the token gesture.
Do you like all of that?
I like what the results can be, but I still sometimes feel as if I'm being passed around like a...
Like a trophy.
Yes. It doesn't have to be that way, does it?
Doesn't have to, but it is, isn't it?
You deserve better.
So do you.
Oh,
Wait, I'm in the scene!
Why are you this way?
Get back in the seat.
Fuck! Whoa! And Sophia like tumbles back in, like she's briefly Liz with popcorn, and then becomes.
Lands very gracefully in like a 3-point. Yeah, there you go.
Would you like to take this discussion elsewhere?
Sure.
Oh.
As long as there's no guarantees.
Never with us, right?
He offers his elbow.
I'm not taking his elbow.
Perfect.
She's gonna take him by the collar, like the lapel.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
The lapel. Oh, guidey guide.
Little guidey guide?
Yeah.
Do you have
Destination?
Do you have a destination? in
Yeah. The yurt.
mind? The yurt?
The yurt.
All right.
I said yurt before we started, and
The
now
jurt yurt.
everyone's like freaking out about it. I don't know.
I mean, yurt's a pretty good word.
It is.
The one
I'm
that
so
Incisor
happy.
and Acanthea went into.
Oh, sweet.
They're gonna go in there too,
It's
and they'll be like,
occupied.
"Whoa,
Room for
thanks
two
for
more."
meeting. Fancy meeting you here.
Now we just need Patches and Brahm, and we'll get the achievement.
Long time no see. Long time no see. Long time no see. No, that's not what happens. Brom's like, what did I miss?
Did I miss something? I heard some air horns. I got confused.
Patches. So,
Dancing.
do you dance with Porrick or not?
Pork comes over, I'll dance with pork.
When you come back, Karen is like, "Oh, dancing," and she starts heading out, and Cog immediately is like,
And I'd like to like grab something to eat, but while I do so, John, I'm leaning into him a little bit. The trick is to appear confident, even if you are terrified inside. Trust me, that's what makes a good dancer.
And then he looks up. So I should act like I don't care? Even if I care?
Right. Throw your hands in the air.
And he heads out onto the floor. I need another die of luck from all three of you.
Yay! I'm using this same die again. Let's gimme.
So let's see how Cog does here.
Come on, buddy.
8.
8.
9.
And 8.
8. So he goes on and he starts dancing with Karen. And Karen smiles and starts getting into it. But then Karen starts turning into like also dance with Pork and like, you know, like in the like those circle
yeah.
things. It's not like she's like, yeah, I'm getting up on Pork. Yeah. like making eyes at Patches being like, my man now, bitch.
Whoa.
Patches starts fighting the kid.
But then Cog starts dancing as well.
Have you had a good Beltaine so far?
Karen, unexpectedly, yeah. And then Cog just like it goes from pale to just like a rising temperature.
Yes.
Well, you're welcome back to the Spark at any time.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I've heard so much about you.
It can be pretty dangerous here, though, so maybe think twice.
It's kind of dangerous to be us at all the time, isn't it?
True. So we're also a place to come if you're in trouble.
Well, that's really kind of you to say. I appreciate that. Who the? And then she turns and she looks, and there's Kyoko, who's dancing with Brahm. And I mean, your 4 successes carry over, which is nice.
Let me roll it if you want me to.
What's the Duke up to? Is he still politicking?
Yeah, but he's glanced up.
Okay.
He sees what's happening. And then Pesabakeniut sees that there's dancing, and then he turns around and starts heading towards the dance floor.
Does he dance over like this?
Why would he do that?
How about like this? How about like this?
You never
Why?
want to ask a guru to do this.
Okay.
This is the LARP symbol for I am in my war form.
So maybe
Oh,
we
shit.
do want that. It'll be a real Beltaine. Yeah!
I'm in Krenos.
It's not Beltaine until you have to fight a raging beast. And I don't mean lust.
Get on the phone. Everybody do the dinosaur.
Oh, the dinosaur.
The dinosaur.
I like that.
I haven't. Shit. Now
Worst
I really want to dance the
tradition.
dinosaur. Like, I really want to dance the dinosaur. That's all I want to do now. Brahm,
Yes.
anything that you want to accomplish at the moment?
Yes, I would like to change the music, and I would like to put on some. I mean, it was called
Some,
in the
like-
chat already, but Love Shack by the B-52s.
Some.
I feel like
I was
that
going to
would-
say fat beats, but I'm not sure that Love
appearing
Shack.
Yes.
6 she are possibly having sex in a hut, and you're putting on the Love Shack.
I should point out that in
B-52s
the
are
in the huts you can only very faintly hear what's happening
Thank
outside.
God.
They're well soundproofed.
I feel like
Thanks.
Brahm goes
Thanks,
to
girl.
every wedding, and he's just like, well, I'll dance, but once Love Shack comes on, then I'm cutting loose.
And then
the-
it's the only thing that could possibly be better is if Rock Lobster comes on after that.
Oh,
Best song.
Lobster.
Maybe not the best song to dance to. Best song.
Doom 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 doom.
Oh, amazing. Anyway, yeah. So I'm trying to find the music and change.
Sophia,
I mean, with any luck, I'm in a yurt right now.
you are indeed in a yurt. I'm just making sure that you're not just like psych, just like sets the
Throw a
yurt on
drink at her
fire.
Aha! She runs out, locks the door, runs away. Whoop, 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 whoop.
They roll up like Zister in a
real
rug
question.
and like stuff him in the yurt down a chimney.
What?
Woo!
So yeah. No psych to be had.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fuck all y'all.
Yeah.
Suck it, non-believers.
Well.
Everyone that bet on Sophia has been rewarded.
Blank.
I'm sorry,
You're welcome, no
The
one.
Duke was busy politicking.
Erwin, can you exclamation mark info or something for Dizzy? Just FYI. Can we throw that in the chat?
Who is this? Dizzy the Wise Guy. Dizzy the Wise Guy. Yeah.
Oh, thank you
It's
so
a role-playing session. It's a role-playing session during a fertility festival.
Wait.
So,
Man, did
know.
you choose a good time to wander?
Came in, I was like, let's put on Love Shack. Liz is like, we're going to... Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
The poll specifically was which PC was first, not...
Amazing. All right.
All right.
Sorry, Kung Fu Fenris. You're one session too early.
So Dizzy the Wise Guy, if this seems interesting, there's a backlog.
Yeah.
There's a big backlog.
That's okay. People have done
I'll
it.
let the chat take care of it because we gotta
Right.
keep this going for a little bit. So afterwards, it's really inappropriate also that like I have a cold right now, so I'm clearing my throat, but it's like afterwards.
After the...
I just gotta.
can't tell you.
Do I roll for it? No.
I mean, the last time we rolled for it, Sophia was very disappointed, but like,
But he was kind of an asshole.
he was.
I'm gonna roll for it. I'm gonna roll for it.
Should I roll for it?
Yeah, why not?
What am I rolling?
You can roll your appearance
Okay.
and your either athletics or empathy.
Does desires factor into this?
Absolutely.
Amazing.
I should point out though that rolling for empathy means that you are not just like in it for the bone zone.
Can I be in it to create a meaningful experience
Yes,
that doesn't
that you
necessarily hold
I
promise?
just mean
for
like
the
it's
future?
athletics basically is like I'm just like a sex god and that's it.
Right.
Wait, what?
I love that that's... What?
He was like, athletics is, and I was like,
Hello?
Pat says that
I
I have 4
also-
successes.
You ready?
Is it
Yep.
Okay.
3, 2,
Two,
1. What the fuck? That's amazing. I mean, 5's pretty good.
Yeah, I was
Amazing.
Five is an exceptional success. Like the game doesn't.
5 is amazing.
The game doesn't really have any major determination between 5 and beyond.
Then more awesome.
Stop rolling dice for sex. It's tacky.
I just think, Liz, you got your 5 first, and he got 2. And then he got 7 more, and you were like, okay, all right,
okay.
cool.
Gotcha.
Like an excellent connection. And then afterwards, propped up on the yurt's bed.
I don't regret it. I don't regret saying it.
He's just idly stroking your hair, I guess. And he isn't saying much right now, but like, the yurt was given a good,
Rockin'?
shaking.
Good going over.
Yes, Dizzy.
Thank you for the follow.
Yay.
Sophia's also like not saying much.
All right, so comfortable silence?
Yeah, comfortable silence.
Comfortable silence.
Just chilling.
Comfortable silence? Comfortable silence.
Just chilling.
Yep. Doesn't have any, like, he doesn't seem to have anything that he needs
Well,
to say
she's
right
pleased
now.
because there's no like expectations. This like actually felt like there were no strings attached, which never ever happens for her. So she's pleased.
Oh, no.
Nope. But he doesn't seem to be in any rush to, like, get up and leave.
Yeah.
Kyoko, I should point out, while she's dancing, is attracting a few eyes of her own, but so are you. What is actually Brome's appearance?
3.
Yeah, like, you're actually a really good-looking troll.
Thanks. I mean, for a troll.
No.
No.
The appearance doesn't, it isn't
true, it's
along
not
the
a
lines
thing.
of for a troll.
Right.
Good-looking for, like, a red cap is still, like, a 2.
Right.
But, like, once you get up to, like, 4, you're like, oh, dangerous, but... like Bartok. Although he doesn't actually have that. I think he has appearance 1, because he's got the scars. So after Love Shack comes on, Karen thinks this is hilarious and
Of course.
continues to dance.
Totally.
Cog has this moment once again of just like blinding embarrassment until it's okay. Porrick looks over and sees that Talus is still sitting there with the dragon.
I thought
Or no, he didn't. He
I sent
got
him
up.
off to talk
Sent
to
off to
his
talk to
sister.
sister. So he's gone off to talk to sister, and Porrick notices this, and then he just indicates to Patches, just like, come here for just like a second. I'm gonna have to talk to them tomorrow. I tried to delay as long as I could so that there could be a Beltaine. I wanted you to know that at the moment I don't plan on doing anything other than talking.
Good.
He's going to be remaindered under the custody of the nobility here.
Good.
So that's, well, to be honest, that's Brahm and Sophia.
Granville will be returning to Heartslight soon, so
Soon, but not yet. Zeron could be another choice. Do you have a preference?
obviously it's more convenient if it's Brahm and Sophia.
I want you to know that there's no hard feelings that you're not being included in that. It's just easier to sell it to the bosses.
I don't need to be in charge of anyone.
But I was wondering if you might want to have dinner afterwards.
We haven't really done dinner.
Is that a no?
Let's do dinner.
Pick you up here around 7. Of course, I might be here around 7, so. And he just gives you a small little half salute and he starts walking out of the garden. Gotta get me beauty rest.
So close to a threesome. So close. It's not on the cards, it's not on the cards.
Yeah.
It could be in the cards. I mean, like, I don't know. Maybe. It just might not be the right, might not be those 3.
Yeah.
A threesome. Me, 2, 3.
So I just jack off with both hands and that
That's
makes it a threesome.
Oh my
Horrifying.
god.
Yikes.
I do like the infinite tone.
Oh, no.
Bones.
It's like I'm going in forever.
Horn. Anyway.
Hey.
Patches is gonna
Beltaine.
head back to the dance floor. Now. That's it.
And one
Starts-
more die roll from all of you. One more luck die
Yay!
roll. Let's see.
Oh.
So 10.
I got a 3.
The Duke joins in. You're not going to make it back to the bedroom, by the way. I just want you to know I put a lot of work into the yurts this year.
Oh.
I don't know why I'm calling them yurts. We always call them huts. It just feels appropriate at this point.
All right. Wherever you want. What? Wherever. Yes.
Wherever I want.
Yes.
Are you certain?
I think I would do anything for you.
Excellent. And she very deliberately takes Braun by the hand and starts marching him towards the freehold.
Oh.
Oh no.
I think
Mom,
I've
what
made
are
a
you
terrible
gonna do?
mistake. Okay. So where are we going, Lady Kyoko?
My office.
Oh.
Except she doesn't actually take you that way. She takes you to the elevator.
Well, people have to start leaving.
The elevator that would normally head down to the...
Excellent.
It's fine.
And then she flips open a panel and presses up.
Where are you taking me?
Closer to the stars, from whence your eyes come.
It's very sweet.
And she lets you out onto the roof.
It's also a misleading answer. The roof? That's so cool. That's right.
Normally people don't come up here because it's boring. But right now you can see the stars, the moon. And I'm going to blow your mind.
Not if I blow yours first.
I knew I loved you.
Hey.
Patches.
Hey.
Everyone who bet on Brahm has been
That's okay. You know, I'll start the. I'll come back in, and I will reward everybody who picked Brahm.
Yeah, that's perfect.
there we
That's
go.
wonderful because they
No,
deserve
just
to be.
because they deserve to be
rewarded.
Blank.
Oh.
It's so good.
No.
Hey!
Hey!
And all it took was some XP. Speaking of which,
Oh, I get another
update that
XP.
bad boy. Yeah, Liz, you earned a big one.
Patches.
What do I get if my partner rolled 9 successes?
Have you enjoyed yourself this evening?
Of course.
It's not guaranteed.
I like to enjoy whatever I can. Whenever I can. I look for the small things and the big things when they're there. Woof.
Yeah, what's that?
21 months. Wow.
21 months.
Thanks, Lo.
Boning on Beltaine.
Hey. Hey.
I don't want to stand in the way of any opportunities.
Opportunities
Whatever may arise.
arise.
But perhaps there's an opportunity right here.
Where do you want to go?
You're the guest. You pick.
I'm used to getting my way.
I didn't plan any of this, so I don't know anything about the insides of those yurts.
I thought we already went into
Oh
one
yes,
of those
what
yurts.
am I saying?
I couldn't remember. I was so.
I saw stars.
Beltsander. Beltsander.
So,
I'm glad that in every known state in the United States, you can drink at 21 months old. Goo goo gaga.
Oh, God.
Fuck. That's what babies say.
Timmy, no!
You know what? I still do have the keys to Heart's Light.
sounds like fun.
I feel like picking up something on the way.
You tell me where to stop.
I want a sundae. Do you want a sundae?
Dairy Queen's probably open.
Claude's gonna kill us for going for a Dairy Queen sundae.
Ah, fuck him.
No
Except
thanks.
not.
And they head out
Thank you.
as well, I assume?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. This is the Duke, right? I know
Yes.
I'm mixing up people.
And then, you know,
Mixing up patches.
we get into
parties.
the lobby and Pork is still there, and then we're in the elevator. And we're like, oh, I guess we're going down together. I mean, getting off together. I
mean, pressing the button together? What?
Oh, peanut butter parfait. Those are so good.
Oh, but. That's funny.
Beltaine's an interesting night for a lot of different reasons and for a lot of different changelings. And while the Spark might be one that's, you know, a little more charged in some ways, a bit more of a private party in others. At the end of Beltaine, there's singing. but a singing only 2 people can hear. And I think we'll end the session here.
All right. All right. All right. All right.
I would totally get a peanut butter parfait, like right the fuck now.
I so want
God
Parfaits are
damn
so
hot
good.
fudge sundae right now.
I hate all of you.
Food sex. Ugh, no. Food sex is not good sex. That's not good food either.
Opinions,
That's
he
funny.
has them.
I don't think we triggered the drink counter
Opinions.
once, too.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm
None.
afraid that we not only do we not have any hot fudge sundaes in front of us, but we also, I don't think, triggered the drink counter, which means that I don't think you can guess it.
I mean, we can make I have a wild
Sure.
guess.
But we do have a play of the game coming up, and we'll find out what you guys learned, and then we'll see what happens. Fancy corner, just a moment.
Yay.
I have 2 guesses.
Okay. Actually?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Either
Every
cast a,
time you don't.
either cast a cantrip or combat is initiated.
Both good.
Casting a
poss-
cantrip's a good one, because that would make sense for today.
But
Beltaine,
considering what happened last Beltaine, so would the second option.
Yep.
They might both be wrong, but
Right.
those are my best guesses.
Odds or evens.
Okay. Oh, that was the first one, right?
Yep.
Cantrips?
Cantrips? Cool.
Let's do it.
All right, so before we
guess?
even ask what you learned, is it cantrips cast? Show me cantrips cast.
Probably.
All right. We tried.
John, you in?
I'm going to say that it's going to be the number of times that any one of the PCs swore.
Oh.
Specifically the PC swearing, not the player. Oh,
Did
well.
Patches say fuck?
Yeah.
No?
Oh, shit.
All right, well,
Look
rip.
I know I'm not knocked or swear a lot.
So what was it?
Yeah, what was it? Or are you just going to hold it for another week?
To serve or be served a drink
Oh
at
my
a party.
Yeah, I know. I was
God.
like, I said I was getting snacks. I didn't say I was getting a drink.
It's
It's
true.
true.
None of
I-
us had.
now that you
Olnek
mention it.
got drinks, but we never did.
Now that it's been mentioned, it's true. That's actually like
God.
a huge oversight.
Wow, you guys are like me at a party.
Ah!
Brrr.
Wait. You got down on my name. Okay. That was
But, you
fun.
know, that's the thing.
It was.
So,
yeah,
what we
yeah.
can do, however, is we'll start up voting for play of the game, and then we'll talk to you guys. So, here are today's.
Do you need to add the
I
last?
fucked that up. Hold on.
Wait, don't vote.
We'll just stop.
Oh,
that.
thank God. Okay.
Press it.
That's the ticket.
And now we'll do that.
Oh, I can't wait.
So, today's play of the game. You can tell by the way Brom walks, he's a woman's man. No time to talk.
All right.
Patches is commissioned to arm Talus.
All right.
And Sophia makes a deep connection with no strings
Oh
attached.
boy.
So you can vote 0, 1, or 2 now. What did you learn today? We're going to actually go in reverse order, so we'll start with Scott.
I mean, I learned that Karen's into cog, I guess. That's not.
You said cog.
Yeah, you said cog,
right?
right?
Oh.
I did. Guys, I
good.
did.
God.
Go jump off a cliff. Why don't you? Sorry. No, I mean, yeah, I know. I learned that Braum would do anything for Kyoko.
I would do
Until the point when you're like,
anything
oh, I
for
won't do
love."
that though. Yep,
What about you?
it's true.
Patches needs to figure her shit out fast.
Oh, wow.
What kind of shit? Oh god, that sounds bad.
Liga.
Oliga.
Being asked to dinner by Pari, it's like, no, dude, we fuck each other real good. What is this asking me to dinner? Shit, what do I do?
Shit.
Like, I guess I can try going to dinner with you, but it's probably not gonna go well. Okay.
And Elizabeth?
Well, Sophia learned that she's finally able to articulate what about the whole like relationship with Incisor made her so sad. She's finally able to admit that to somebody.
That's very fair.
Yeah.
And then proceed to use that
What
to
else is fair?
go for a thing.
We have a tie.
Oh shit!
Oh, I have to write these down. Oh God. Yay!
I have 6 XP and 6
tie.
XP. Wow.
7:15.
Makes D.
So that's pretty cool that y'all tied, so you'll both get it. Sorry, Kate.
It's okay. I've got 15 XP, so
That's
Oh,
a
shit.
lot.
Damn.
Holy
it's worth
crap!
not
I mean,
being
do we
book
high
dragon
five over
rights.
that? Like, do we just, bam!
Yay!
That was a fair tie. I'm okay with this tie.
Wow, wow, wow. Awesome.
Yeah. Hey, we got some cool stuff coming up.
Do we?
Yeah.
What's so cool?
Okay, so tomorrow, 7 p.m., don't ignore me, 7 p.m., full party over on Beanduck's channel. If that's what you meant by cool things coming up. Yeah.
7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
Yeah, so time zones are all shifted up.
I'll be sitting in Scott's seat. Scott will be sitting in John's seat. John will be sitting in the monitor seat, and everybody party.
So that'll be episode 2. So if you aren't up to date, there's not much to catch up on. You still have time. And I feel like the sessions we've had so far is establishing what's going on. I feel like this is like them moving forward. So it's also an awesome
good
starting
onboarding point?
Good point to jump on board. Tuesday, 6 p.m.
Yep.
Full party.
No.
Fucking
friend request.
Okay, back in the day, different titles for different shows. Friend request.
And who's the guest on Friend Request this time?
I'm one of them.
Simon Peacock.
Simon Peacock is another, and Chris Jada.
Oh my God,
Once
these
we
are
have
the
total
excellent
confirmation, but he
people.
had
Literally
said
the
last week that he was
craziest
free.
people in the world.
And then at 9 p.m. on Tuesday,
Depth
usual
of
time,
Field.
Depth of Field with
Simon Peacock.
So they're going to be talking about
Oh, gosh.
film and they're
Film
gonna be
and
great.
music, and oh my God, it's just gonna be two nerds talking on the couch.
Isn't he?
I hope so.
Is. And Top Gun.
so.
He totally is.
Yeah,
Highway
Depth
to
of
the
Field
Dages.
is a great talk show, great discussion, great to listen to. And then on Wednesday at 6:30,
Cosplay Cave.
Is it
yeah.
7?
It is 6:30 still.
6:30,
Yeah.
Cosplay Cave.
I
Rosie
don't remember the
Stormborn with a
guys.
couple of guests. I don't know who they are offhand, but they're going to be talking cosplay and working on some cosplay.
But we're
yeah.
really just waiting for Friday.
Yeah.
Wow.
More Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
How
Yeah.
close are you? Like, are you at all close to finishing that game?
Not at all.
Oh boy.
Things just get.
But
we
this
actually
is.
just
I'm having a
discovered the, like,
great time with
assassination
this
tree.
game, though. Like
Saturday.
Saturday, yes. I think
Thimbleweed
that's not right.
Park.
More Thimbleweed
I thought
Park.
you guys were done. Oh no, sorry. I
You
understand.
finished a chapter.
Never mind. I understand now.
But Sunday. Sunday.
Hey.
Live here from Beanduck Studios in Montreal, Quebec.
It's Changeling the streaming.
And if you missed the Punchy Book Club today, we discussed Bitch Planet, but we decided that our next one would be April 28th, Sunday at 1 p.m., and we are reading Monstress Volume 1. So
There's a
there's
theme.
plenty of time. What?
If you're actually looking to catch up on any of the Changeling the Streaming games, or in fact, if you want to pull all the way back and go and check out Exaltwitch, you can. RPGclinic.com contains written synopses, the VODs for every episode, fan art galore.
So much.
We always
It's great.
want
It's
more.
amazing.
It's all there. And a wiki where you can even update shit, which
Yeah.
is kind of cool.
Yeah, please do.
And honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing what else we can get up there.
Oh boy.
Thanks once again. Tons of subscribers today, but also She Who Knows 10,000 Things and Entropy's disciple. Both here. The drink counters, I'm okay with them losing a few. They're getting a lot of XP. But either way, it's appreciated. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to tomorrow and the rest of the week. It's nice to hang out with you guys.
This is episode 70.
Yeah.
70.
The march to 100, John.
Oh shit.
March to 100.
It's starting!
End of the year?
Yeah, probably. Or a little more,
Yeah.
maybe, but...
No?
No, about there.
Right.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Love you.
Fucking.